Okay, so here we go. Better late than never. Apparently, when I did my Windows 11 update, Microsoft Teams automatically installed, and it jacked my camera and my microphone. So I had to uninstall it, reboot my computer 3-4 times, but here we are. We're in the third round of the Pereira Figueiredo fight. Figueiredo, I would say, took the first 2 rounds, but Pereira had moments. I mean, Figueiredo took the first round. Pereira had some moments in the first round and a half, but then Pereira took over most of the second round, I'd say. Like the first round was clearly Figueiredo. Second round, more clearly Pereira. And then now we're into the third round of this fight right now. And then we're going to have the co-main event with Brandon Moreno and Figueroa. And then we got the main event, of course. So anybody in the comment section, please drop comments. Let's chop it up as well, as I also do a little commentary on the fight. You know, check out the comedy podcast every Wednesday. You see that going across the screen. That's 9:20 every Wednesday. That's the live comedy podcast. We're in the third round of the Pereira Figueiredo fight. Okay, it should be 1-1 if it's being scored properly. All right. And then we got the co-main event. Let's go, Joe. We here. You know, we had a little technical difficulties. It might hurt my viewership a little bit, but we here though. You know what I mean? I almost Hulk smashed my entire fucking computer. Hey, let me tell you guys what else I'm just dealing with. My life almost turned into an episode of Leave It to Beaver because my cat got stuck up in the goddamn tree, and it's still up in the tree. So say some prayers for my little cat, because let me tell you, 3 minutes to go. Pereira versus Figueiredo. Oh, Pereira just landed a nice right hand. All right, I tried calling the fire department because my cat's stuck up in the tree right now as we speak, about 35 feet up. Tried calling 911. Nobody will help me. They told me, she got up. That means she'll get down. It's 10 degrees out here. This cat's going to die. Then I called some other dude. They're tied up against the cage right now. Then I called called the other 911, right? Another 911 operator. I said, are all you guys assholes or just the last one I spoke to? He said, why? What's the problem? And I said, you know, my cat's stuck in a tree. It's freezing out. I'm not going to be able to get it down. Oh, we're not trained to deal with cats. You know, I'm like, are you a jerk off? I'm like, you're a jerk off. I was cursing out the 911 operator. My girl's like, kids, get in the house. My girl thought the SWAT team was going to come because I'm cursing out some fucking fat slob with a wife with a mustache on a 911 call. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. Someone's getting knocked out tonight. I just don't know who. Yeah, I think there's a good chance of the main event going that way for sure. The co-main event is a hell of a fight, too, between Brendan Moreno and Figueroa. You know, obviously, this is a trilogy fight. Third fight between the two. You know, first fight draw. Second fight, Moreno dominated. You know, got a dominant win in that fight for the perfect fight. Figueroa didn't seem to be struggling on the scales this fight. So that's a big component to consider for the co-main event. You know, right now we got a minute 25 left in the third round. Pereira has taken over, leaning into the beginning of the second round. You know, Figueiredo came out decent in the beginning of the second round, probably won the first round and like a little bit of the second round. And then Pereira took over. And once Pereira took over, he's pretty much been controlling the fight since about 30, 40 seconds into the second round. And now here we are in the third round. He's controlling the third round as well. Good movement, working the jab. He's keeping Figueiredo away from him for the most part. In the first round, Figueiredo was able to put good pressure on him. You know, Pereira did a good job of not emptying out the gas tank with his athleticism, which he tends to do. There's 40 seconds left. Pereira looks tired as fuck right now, but it's not going to matter because he's done enough to win the fight. So unless Figueiredo can land, you know, a bomb, which can happen, oh, serious low blow. He just kicked Figueiredo right in his huevos. You know what I mean? Right. Boom. Right on. Dead on the fucking Sazon pack. You know what I mean? Clifford hopes to one day own a lowrider. Hey, man, you know? Hey, I don't know. I don't got luck for a lowrider. If I owned a lowrider, I'd probably fall off that shit within the first 45 seconds of ownership. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know, you know. But so we got 30 seconds left in the second round of the Pereira Fialho. I'm white. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best here. You know what I mean? There's about 30 seconds left in the round. We're on a little bit of a break right now because Fialho just got kicked directly in his nuts. But they're about to restart it. Pereira's very tired. Fialho's gonna have to land something big to change the course of the fight because after dominating the first round, he has lost the second and third round fairly convincingly. The third round's a little closer because you can see Pereira, he started getting a little bit tired, maybe with about a minute left. So it allowed Fialho to look a little better because he was pressing forward. They're both standing in the middle. Pereira just landed a nice shot. Okay. You got to give Pereira that fight. If you ask me, Led, look in the description on YouTube. If you look in the description on YouTube, you'll see a link. I'm currently using BuffStreams, all right? So that's what I'm rocking with right now. Right now it's working. I got it on the phone right here. You know what I mean? So I would rock with that. Go into the description on the YouTube and you will see a link for the fight. All right, anybody who's popping in right now, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. You're going to see a whole bunch of different content on my channel. Hit the notifications as well if you can. You know, we got comedy, independent talent, podcasts, all that good stuff. I'm going to start trying to do the fight companions and the fight commentaries every Saturday is what I'm aiming for. Every Saturday right around, the last 2-3 fights of the card. If I can go on earlier, I will. But one of the only ways I could generate money right now, because my kids are in homeschool, is I go out door dashing. So I try to door dash until the end of the night, and then hop on a live stream for at least the co-main event, main event of boxing events and UFC events. So right now we're waiting to find out the decision for the Miguel Pereira Fialho fight. I think that's how you say it. Like I said, I'm white. I'm doing my best. Give me my credit. I'm trying here. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it should be 2 rounds to 1. Pereira. Fialho, like I said, he was winning. He won the first round very decisively. Very decisively, he took the first round. Then Pereira took the second round very decisively. And then Pereira took the third round a little closer. That was the closest of the 3 rounds. Both guys took a round each clearly. Third round a little closer, but Pereira was still keeping on the outside for the most part, landing the better shots until he looked a little tired towards the end of the third round. So we got. Okay, we got. Who we talking about? Yeah, okay. So the right guy won. Michel Pereira won. He's a hell of a fighter, hell of an athlete. He does a little too much in the ring at times. Tonight, he did a little better job of conserving the craziness and the athletic shit and the Superman punches off the fence and the somersaults and the flying kicks and all the stuff that tends to gas him out a little bit during certain fights. So he did what he had to do tonight. He definitely deserves the win. Now after this, we're going to be on to the co-main event, which is the third fight in the trilogy between Brandon Moreno and Figueiredo. Right now, Pereira's getting his Joe Rogan interview. I'm gonna light up a little bit because we had some technical difficulties tonight. I was getting ready to Hulk smash my entire studio. When I changed over to Windows 11, the camera went to Microsoft Teams, which I didn't want to install, and it was preventing me from getting on StreamYard. So that's why we started a little late. But so all we got left. It's been a quick card so far. As far as the main card, we got the 2 main fights left. We got the flyweight, right? Don't quote me, but I'm 99% sure. I just don't. My brain don't work right all the time. 30 years of weed will do that. 25 years of weed. But we got the flyweight championship, which is the third in the trilogy series between the two. The first fight, close fight. Moreno showed what a warrior he was. One of the first guys in a long time to walk down Figueiredo for the most part and take all his shots, and that got called a draw. And then the second fight, Ian Ellis LLC. What's going on, Bellin? Check out their podcast as well, With Apologies podcast. That's on Sundays. All right. The original Wiggers podcast is on Wednesdays, and then the RDA podcast is also on Wednesdays. They start towards the end of our podcast usually. So check those brothers out. Check out Ian Ellis in general, Lil Fappy. You know, got a lot of things cooking. You know what I mean? So definitely hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I appreciate everybody. I got you, bro. I got you. And I found out a couple other good streaming link sites today too. I hooked up with this other cat on Facebook who knew a couple more options. So remind me later on or tomorrow, whatever, and I'll shoot you all those websites. Like I said, anybody who's on the stream right now, there is a link in the description for the fight. All right. If you're in here right now, please take the time to just hit the subscribe button. You know, I'm trying to get remonetized. I had an old channel shut down, so we're working our way towards that. You know, if you're on Facebook, please come over to the YouTube stream, at least for a second, to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate the eyes wherever they come from. Facebook, you know, YouTube, wherever else, Twitter. I'm also on Twitter right now. But please follow the you know, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's really the channel that I'm trying to build on, get remonetized again. Because the more monetized I am, the more I could keep shooting content from every direction. Because then the wife is off my back. I can say, hey, I'm going to do this because it's generating more money. And then I'm able to continue to provide more and more content. You know, put other people on, I know, so on and so forth. We got a lot of things cooking, and I appreciate any and all support. So we got just the co-main and the main event. Anybody who's in here, if you're in here right now, right? In between, especially when you know I don't got commentary to make. Right now, Brendan Moreno's backstage. Brandon Moreno, they're doing a little grappling, you know, just a little shadow boxing, you know, elbow shadow boxing, wrestling around a little bit, working it out. Moreno's looked extremely confident this week, you know, but so is Figueroa. He made a lot of good adjustments since the last fight. He feels that, you know, he just had a bad night. He had a tough weight cut, and we're gonna see tonight, you know, because it'll be real interesting tonight, right? It'll be real interesting tonight to see what happens. Because if Figueiredo wins, this will be one of those times where you're gonna get that fourth. You know, it's that Wilder Fury shit. You know, but no guy has really set himself out as super dominant yet, unless Moreno handles business tonight again, you know, because then he got 2 out of 3. But if Figueiredo wins, then you're looking at a fourth fight. Yeah, I use BuffStreams almost every weekend, you know, for multiple fights. Whenever I decide I don't got the money, or I don't feel like paying the money, or, you know, whatever, just want to be cheap, you know what I mean? Little Rubenstein, you know how it goes, But yeah, it's always safe. The key with these sites, this we got to remember, a lot of people, they don't know how to use them. They don't use them as much, right? So you just got to fight through the pop-ups, right? You open up in your browser, whether it's in your phone, on your computer, whatever it may be, you're going to get a bunch of pop-ups. You just got to get rid of the pop-ups until you get to the point where you can press play, then get through a couple more pop-ups and get to the point where you can press the full screen, and then you're good. I've never had any issues as far as, you know, anything crazy. Admittingly, I do watch it on my phone more often than not, but when I do it on my computer, no issues there as well. Moreno going to kick some ass. Yeah, Moreno's my dude, bro. Moreno's my dude. I would very, very, very much like to see. Oh, where we go? Donnie Baseball, baby. Donnie Baseball, of course, my brother. Of course, old Donnie Baseball. But yeah, you know, like Moreno seems like a much better human, right? He gives off such good energy. You know, everything about Brandon Moreno is just pure energy, pure. Like, he's just always smiling, happy. You could tell he got that infectious, positive energy any room he steps in. So you want to see him succeed. You know, he's the first Mexican champion in the UFC, right? Born in Mexico. I believe that's the situation there, because Cain Velasquez was not born in Mexico. I think that's the situation there. But you would like to see Moreno win, you know. But then on the other flip side of the coin, you wouldn't mind seeing Figueiredo get the win, and then you get the fourth fight, because these guys have done nothing but put on great fights so far. You know what I mean? So right now they're just doing the pre-fight little build up for the Moreno. The card's been so fast that they're gonna have to like dilly dally a little bit because you got to give the fighters a chance to get ready and all else. I mean, it's 11:27, so I guess maybe not as fast as I think. Hello, good people. Go Cowboys. Hey, go Cowboys. You know what I mean? Go Cowboys 2022. You know what I mean? New season. It didn't work out so far. It didn't work out this year too good, but but they still got talent. I'm hoping my Bills can handle business tomorrow. Then what? The Bills would be going up against the Bengals because the Bengals got the big win today in an ugly defensive matchup. You know what I mean? You know what? Let me put this up in here too, as well. If anybody does want to hop on, we don't have to only talk MMA. I'll make sure I'm doing my color commentary and doing what I have to do. But on the same token, make sure that that we could chop it up about some other topics too, because that'll keep people more engaged. But once again, if you're in the stream and you don't follow me, please click the goddamn subscribe, click the notifications. I need all the help I could get. The censorship is fucking wild. Everything I've dealt with TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I mean, it's bananas. The track list is crazy. So I really appreciate any and all support. Oh, Green Bay lost. See, I didn't catch that because you missed it. My fucking cat is 40 feet up, stuck in a fucking tree right now, and it's 10 degrees out. And 911 basically told me, go fuck yourself. Your cat can die. All right. I started cursing out the 911 operator. My girl ran the minute. This how you know, right? This how you know how suburban, and Caucasian my girl is. Like, like she's from Staten Island, but she grew up in like more of a nice area and like a little less drama, crime, all that good shit. Dealt with cops less, and like I'm cursing out the dude because I called the one lady, right? Pardon me if you already heard, but I'm gonna reiterate it for the people on now. I called the one lady. I said, listen, my cat, the Figueiredo is doing his walkout right now. Fight will probably begin in about 5 minutes. So I called the 911 operator. A lady answers first. I'm like, listen, I don't know what to do. My cat's stuck up in a tree. And, what do I do? You call the fire department out here. They're volunteer. So they don't answer. You call 911. The lady tells me she got in the tree. She'll find a way out. I'm like, my cat's going to die. You know what I mean? I just hung up on her, call back. I'm like, is everyone, an asshole or just the woman I spoke to? I got my cat up in the tree. I don't know what to do. Oh, yeah, well, we're not trained to handle cats. This fucking guy. I'm like, oh, you're a jerk off too, huh? I'm like, go jerk off in your fucking wife's mouth with the fucking mustache, you piece of shit. Started cursing him out. My girl grabs the kids, runs in the house like there's a fucking cop car on standby. Like, oh, they're cursing out the 911 operators. Go get them. You know what I mean? All this dumb shit. Okay, 13-10. Okay, my brother Juan, best man at his wedding. My brother from another. Green Bay lost, bro. That's fucking crazy. I didn't think that was going to happen, but let me tell you something, man. San Francisco, their defense is crazy. And Garoppolo, he's not dynamic at the moment. He hasn't been dynamic, but he doesn't make a ton of mistakes, and their run game is crazy. So, yeah, bro. Yeah, I feel so bad right now. I don't even know what to do. I literally don't know what to do. It's so high up. There's no ladder I could put up to try to get the cat out. The freaking 911 won't help. So I don't know what to do. I tell my family all the time, you got to watch. Do not let the cat out. Something bad is going to happen one day. Something bad is going to happen. Now, I pray to God that nothing happens to the cat for my own heart, obviously, but also for my son and my wife, because they're going to feel guilty as fuck. I got to do my best not to pour the guilt on, because I'm good for that sometimes. You know what I mean? I walk in before I'm like, well, I got a clear conscience. I didn't do it. I'm such a dickhead, but I'm pissed. You know what I mean? Exactly, Juan. That San Francisco defense, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That San Francisco fucking defense is no joke, man. No joke. Top to bottom, end to end. That defense is no fucking joke. So once again, anybody in the comment section, keep the comments rolling in when you can. If there's anything else random we could talk about, definitely bring it up. We'll talk about it in between. We're gonna be getting to the the co-main event between Figueiredo and Moreno. You see, I'm trying to say. See, I'm trying to say him right now, Juan Martinez. You're a fake Juan Martinez, though. You're half black, half Spanish. You're kind of like a fake Juan Martinez. You know what I mean? You don't speak no Spanish. You know what I mean? Unless unless you're trying to fuck some Spanish girl and you got like 12 words. You know what I mean? So you're fake. You know what I mean? But you hear it though. You hear the Moreno. See what I'm trying to Moreno Figueroa. See, I'm trying, bro. Oh, no, it's not Figueroa. See, I'm white again. I fucked up. My bad. Take it back. I take it back, bro. All right, so now they're about to announce the champ, Brandon Moreno. He's about to come into the ring. We're gonna see what happens with this. First two fights, fucking barn burners, competitive. You know, second one was less competitive. Moreno did a real good job with the volume, like he did in the first fight, but even more successfully. And you could tell his punches were hurting Figueiredo more than they were hurting Figueiredo in the first fight. And on the flip side of that, Figueiredo wasn't able to hurt Moreno quite as much as he was in the first fight. Now we get to see, will the improvements as far as conditioning for Figueiredo, will it make enough of a difference? You know, because he came in a full pound under the limit, which he's never done in his career. He's always had a problem making weight for this division. So now we'll see. You know, that once again, anybody on the stream, I have a link for a stream in the description. Feel free to go. If you leave, cool. Come back if you want. But just please hit that subscribe if I'm helping you out in any way. I really appreciate it. Any comments, any shares, all that stuff helps a lot. So, you know, I appreciate y'all. I was supposed to be on at 10:30. It's probably better off, though. I kind of like only going on for like the last couple fights, unless it's one of those like real stacked, you know, really crazy stacked cards. Moreno looks ready, man. He's walking to the ring, talking all sorts of Mexican voodoo. You see him, you know what I mean? He looks ready. My man looks ready. He got the Cobra Kai headband on without the logo, though. You know what I mean? What's up, my brother? Let's go, Brandon and Francis Ngannou. I ain't mad at you, bro. Let's go, Brandon, bro. Fuck them. Fuck them all, bro. This dude, man, this damn skeleton fucking skin bag. Let's not get into that. Oh, I already have a problem with the algorithm. Damn it, Last Jedi. Damn it. What you trying to do to me, bro? You trying to get me even less views? I already have enough of a problem with that shit. Yeah, the prelims were great. That one fight, oh my God, why can't I remember my man? You know which one I'm talking about, though. It was like the second prelim fight or the third prelim fight. My man actually sent me the highlights from it. And then the Stamen fight was good. You know, that's Khabib's brother, right? Or cousin, I believe. Choked him out within the first minute. That was impressive, you know. The Pereira fight, the fight before this was pretty good too. You know, overall, it's been a pretty solid card so far. You know, pretty solid card. Henry, when you say Henry, oh that was the barn burner, right? Where they were going back and forth, and then he got the choke, right? Sunk the choke in. Remind me, but I'm pretty sure that's what went down. So here we go, co-main event, ready to get started. Bruce Buffer's about to do his work. Brandon Moreno, all that fucking happy-go-lucky. I'm a happy Mexican. How are you today, guys? I'm a really happy Mexicano. I like Legos and comic books. All that shit's out. All that shit's out. It's gone right now. You know what I mean? That motherfucker looks focused. He looks angry. So now let's see what happens, right? Does he set himself apart from Figueiredo now? That's what we're going to find out at this moment. Is he going to set himself apart? Is he going to show that he's clearly the better fighter? Because even if Figueiredo wins, he doesn't show that, right? Because then it's like they're on equal footing. One guy won, and a draw, right? But if Brandon Moreno can go in there right now, you know, 28 years old, Figueiredo 34, 5'7", 5'5". All right, Moreno got a 2-inch reach advantage, and they both weighed in at 124. So, but like I said, that's a bullet point, though, because Figueiredo usually has a very, very hard time making the limit for this weight division. So He came in a full pound under. You know, he ran to the scales, focused, looked fit, more fit than ever, looked more confident, and you never know. He might take that belt back tonight, and then we might get a fourth fight in this series. So, but if Moreno wins, like I said, he sets himself apart, right? Then at that point, that's the guy. You know what I mean? Out of these two, he's got his number, period. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury Wilder, you know, another example of that. He's got his card. You know what I mean? You know, it would be very unlikely to see a fourth fight between the two anytime soon, because there's other fighters in the division that would deserve a fight over Figueiredo for a while. And Figueiredo, like I said, right? Figueiredo is 34, you know, so he's at least getting towards the end of his run, at least a little bit. Anybody in the chat right now, just so you know, there is a link for the stream in the description. If that helps you, please hit subscribe on the way out. Feel free to come back for the fight companion, but there is a link for the fight in the description if you need it. Just please hit the subscribe if I helped you. Come back if if you like me. If you don't like my face, you think, I don't like this guy's face, I kind of want to slap him. Well, then don't come back, but you can still hit subscribe, right? You know what I mean? You can do me that favor. I'd appreciate that. So here we go. Bruce Buffer's doing his magic. We're about to get into the co-main event between Brandon Moreno and Deiveson Figueiredo. See what we got cooking here, man. Who y'all got? Before we get started right here, I want to see what everybody got. Is that? I think most people are picking Figueiredo, but let me know. Is anybody? I mean, most people I think are picking Moreno, but let me know if anybody out there is thinking that Figueiredo is gonna turn the tables on this trilogy right here. I'm going Moreno for the most part, but the thing to consider with Figueiredo is he is the guy that technically has the more obvious and clear one punch power, right? So he has a little more of a chance to end the fight just with one shot. I think Moreno can do it too, but it'll be more of an accumulation, volume, pressure. You know, Figueiredo can put his you're rooting for the Irish dude. Is that me? Am I the Irish dude? Beetlejuice? Am I the Irish dude? I hope so, man. I hope so. Or just any Irish dude. You know what I mean? That's Wally. That sounds like Wally's mentality right there. You know what I mean? Or Pete. All right, here we go. We just started. We got 450. 450 in the first round right now, as I said it. You can see they're both feeling each other out right now. Both being careful. Pouring with the jab a little bit, Figueiredo. Moreno came with a little hook, came up short. Figueiredo tried a little kick. Didn't land shit. So far, neither guy really lands much. Figueiredo almost landed a little low kick. Then Moreno caught him on the way out from the kick. Now Moreno got the dominant position up against the cage at the moment. I'm Irish. Me too, my brother. Me too. Whole bunch of other white shit too, but Irish is like my predominant. That's on both sides of the family heavy. You know what I mean? So we got 4 minutes left. Co-main event. Moreno just kind of holding Figueiredo up against the cage a little bit. Throwing a couple of knees. Nothing really landing. Figueiredo just flipped the position on him. Now he's got the dominant position up against the cage. Brandon Moreno is grabbing his little Brazilian pecker right now. You know, cupping it again. I think he's got one finger in his butthole. Not two. That would be disrespectful. But you can see he crept up one real quick there. You know, a lot of cage work right now. Nothing going on. Figueiredo landed a little knee, but it was more on the arm of Moreno than anything else. 3:25 left on my clock, on my stream. Once again, please subscribe if you're not already. I really do appreciate it. Not much going on so far in this fight. Looks very different than the beginning of either of the first two fights. The beginning of both of the first two fights, these fights got cracking almost immediately. You know, so a little bit of a different look, you know, not surprising. You know, when you get guys in the ring 3-4 times, very often you'll end up seeing different versions of the fight. So, you know, And I'm sure if this fight is going to break out into something very similar to the initial first two fights, but at the moment you got a lot of feeling out, a lot of respect. Both guys are pouring with jabs. Oh, Figueiredo just landed a nice kick as Moreno was throwing a punch. Dropped him, but it really wasn't like from power, more based off balance. 2:20 left in the first round. Standing in the middle of the ring. A lot of posturing, a lot of posing. Ooh, Moreno just landed a nice little left hook. Came up short with the right hand, it looked like. Moreno popping the jab. He just threw a horrible, fucked up looking kick. He's lucky Figueiredo didn't explode on him on that one. Same thing. Nice. Another very nice kick from Figueiredo. And then as he was falling from the kick, the right hand kind of landed, but it didn't follow through. So it didn't hurt Figueiredo enough, but it looked like it rang his bell just a bit. Just a little bit. Enough. You know what I mean? Kira. Let's see who Kira is. I got Kira trying to jump in the chat in the stream right now. Mind you, fuck with some maniacs online. It could be a troll. You never know. So let's see. See what we got cooking. Kira. Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. All right, I'll bring you back in. Let me know if I can hear you when I bring you back in. Otherwise, stay backstage for now and then comment when you know you're good. Get your microphone working. Okay, they left. All right. So here we go. I do have some people that they click the share link for StreamYard and they think that's the link for for the fight. So that might be happening too. All right, so we got 50 seconds left in the first round. Not a whole lot of damage done by either man to the other in this round. Couple decent, another very nice leg kick from Figueiredo, though. Those leg kicks are doing some work. You can see Brandon Moreno's not liking those leg kicks at all. Moreno landed a couple nice shots. A little more cage control time. Definitely a very, very, very close first round. Oh, Moreno just did a slick spinning calf kick. I haven't seen some shit like that, or at least not in a minute. Ooh, nice inside leg kick from Moreno. See, shit like that might win you the round, right? You got 20 seconds left in the round. You do two splashy things at the end of the round. It might be enough to steal it. Okay. Little body shot from Figueiredo, then a kick right up the middle from Figueiredo. Another calf kick from Figueiredo. Couple body shots from Moreno. Hard round to score. That's a tough round to score. That's going to be one of those rounds that if it goes either way, you can't fake outrage, or you can't say, it's bullshit at the end of the fight, because that's one of those rounds. Like when I score fights, right, to try to keep myself honest and to try to like not end up being biased. If the rounds are fairly close, I'll note them in my head. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that round, I think this dude won, but maybe I think that dude won because I like him a little more. So I leave that as a round where I'm like, all right, I could see the other guy winning that round in the eyes of the judges. So this way, at the end of fights, you don't let your bias control what you think about a decision. You got to remember, boxing, MMA, it's scored round by round. A lot of people, they score fights thinking, oh, this is what I think it looked like by the time I got stopped watching it, by the time it was over, right? But that's not how fights work. You got to score every round by round, and you should always keep track of the close rounds. So, because that affects decisions, obviously. All right, so second round starting. Let's see what we got cooking here. Let's see if we got any more aggression. They're both coming out a little more aggressive. Moreno landed a couple little shots, nothing too major. They're tangled up a little bit in the middle of the ring, but nothing major going on. You can definitely tell after fighting each other twice, they both came in with a little more of a tactical approach, a little more of a smart approach. Not as okay. Moreno just landed a nice little short left hook on the way out. Missed. Yeah, I agree with what Rogan just said right there too. Like even though he's not doing better, Rogan didn't say this. He said he looks better. I'm saying even though he's not doing better per se than he was in the first round or two of the second fight, but he looks better. He looks sharper. You know, it's not just like this volume, you know, march ahead, volume winning by volume guy. You know, he looks a little more technically sound in this fight. And then Figueiredo's being a little more careful in this fight. So Moreno's doing a little more in the second round so far. I see a little more, you know, activity from him. It looks like Figueiredo is looking to a couple times when they were engaging on the feet, he was looking for take. Ooh, decent little right hand from Figueiredo. Decent little right hand from Moreno. Much more tactical. This fight is far more tactical than the first two fights. Adjustments by both men. You know, I think Moreno realized after two fights with him, I could take his power. All right, Figueiredo just tried throwing a sloppy kick. Moreno grabbed him, scooped him, threw him down, but both men got back up quickly. He wasn't able to capitalize on it. But still looks good. You know, one guy throws a sloppy kick, you toss him. It always looks good no matter how you cut it. You know what I mean? I got to throw the hashtags in the YouTube video in a minute. Try to pull a couple more people in as we keep flowing here. We got 7 viewers right now. We had a high of 20 at one point. We balling. You know what I mean? Ooh, he's throwing some bombs. Figueiredo's trying to throw some big right hands, but none of them are really landing. Decent jab from Moreno. You got 2:35 left on my clock in the second round. A lot more feints in this fight from Moreno, you know? Being a lot more careful, a lot more tactical, which I think is smart. You know, I think the volume, you know, it's beautiful, but you know, you don't want to only be volume guy. You want that technique. You want to sit on your punches a little more, you know, and he's definitely doing that. Nice little left hand on the way out. Figueiredo's doing good, though. He's looking good in the fight. He's being tactical, too. It's a very, very, very close fight so far. Oh, nice little short left hook from Moreno at the 2-minute mark in the second round. Little low kick from Figueiredo. Definitely a close fight so far. Not an easy fight to score. This is one of those fights where if you're a judge, it's rough, man. You know? Figueiredo was going for a one-leg takedown. Couldn't get it. Tried throwing the right hand on the way out. Didn't really land it. Moreno's just standing in front of him, feinting, popping, moving. Jab downstairs. Jab upstairs. Right now, the significant strikes stand at 23 of 78 for Moreno and 26 of 43 for Figueiredo. So very close when it comes to the punch stats. Well, the significant strikes. Get the boxing out of my head. Nice jab from Moreno. 107 left in the first round. A couple of nice body shots from Figueiredo. Nice little jab from Moreno. Nice jab. Missed on the right hand. Connected on the left hand. Connected on like 4 of like 8 that he just threw. Oh! Big right hand from Figueiredo. Big fucking right hand. But Moreno's got that fucking that Mexican chin, that Mexican heart. He stood right up to it. Kept marching forward, but it was a big right hand. No matter how you look at it, big right hand. See, even though he didn't hurt Moreno with that right hand in a close round, that's the type of thing that could take a round. You know, that's the type of thing that could put a round in the bank for you. You know, when neither guy does anything too special, and then you land a nice little right hand like that, Figueiredo's going for the takedown. Moreno gets out of it. 17 seconds left in the second round. Another fairly hard round to score, in my opinion. You know, I don't know how you guys feel. Do you agree? 2 close rounds, right? Both guys tried throwing a high kick at the same time. Neither landed. My man McClip. This is my number one favorite. I don't like to, you know, out of all Red Bar fans, right? You got 2. You got McClip, you got Ian Ellis. Those are the 2 most solid Red Bar fans stalking the internet, you know. But Ian Ellis is actually out there grinding, creating shit. My man McClip, I'm not sure if he creates anything, but he's always on the streams. I consider that support regardless, even if he's trolling me occasionally. I hope you're doing good, my brother. Hope everything's solid out there. All right, so here we go. We're in between rounds 2 and 3. David. Who's David? David, did you click the right link or did you click the link for the let's try to bring him in. David. David, I think you might have clicked the link for the StreamYard to join me. If you want to talk, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to kick you from the studio. If you do want to talk, gladly hop back in. Then I'll know that's what you're in here for. Let's see. Hold on. I see something in the private chat. What up? Who's David? Who is this? You got to let me know who this is. Oh, you left now, David. You're left now, David. Goodbye, David. I'll see you soon, buddy. I don't know who that is right now. All right. So third round just began. Close fight. Probably 1-1. You know, it's a weird fight. It could be 1-1 either way. It could be 2-0 either way. But if it's 2-0, I would lean a little more towards Moreno. Maybe. But I would probably say 1-1. I think that right hand from Figueiredo did something. Hey, listen, man. McClip, the man who created me, is somewhere right now claiming to be clean from drugs. Probably doing something. Or drinking a King Cobra. So how dare you? How dare you? You don't ever try to take credit for what Clifford #2 did. All right, McClip, slow down. All right. So third round, Figueiredo looking a little more aggressive. Moreno's corner is asking him to be more aggressive. He's not so far giving that. And I'm kind of agreeing on that, because no matter how you cut it, right? Even if Moreno made some adjustments as far as becoming more technical, Figueiredo is the more technical fighter. If it's a technical battle, Figueiredo is going to win most of them. If it's a war, Moreno has a very good chance of winning those. All right, so, Moreno just got clipped with a big left hook, and then he clipped Figueiredo on the way in. Figueiredo ran in, he clipped him too. He let him know I'm still here, but he did hurt him. He hurt Moreno bad, but Moreno is a warrior. He just sat down on another mean left hook. Caught Moreno again. But once again, Moreno's right in his face, talking about, hello, Lagos. I like to do MMA fighting. I'm very happy, Mexicano. And he's smiling. He's enjoying his time, man. You know what I mean? Got another nice scrap right now. Little more technical than the first two, as I keep reiterating. But still got a good scrap going on right now. You know? Both guys standing in there. It's getting a little more active. Figueiredo just landed a couple nice shots. Real nice body shot. Moreno standing in front of him. He's eating whatever he's throwing. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I appreciate you. 2:30 left in the third round. All right. Figueiredo obviously gets the beautiful low kick from Figueiredo. Dropped Moreno down on his butt again. So obviously Figueiredo is winning this round. This is probably the most dominant round by either guy so far. You know, just based upon the left hand, he dropped him. He put him on his ass with a calf kick. Oh, Moreno just landed a couple beautiful shots. I don't think he hurt Figueiredo, but he was off balance a little bit, so it looks a little more demonstrative too. But Moreno just did, just made a stake for this round, to look good in this round. Because before that, Figueiredo was winning this round clearly. He just got caught with another low kick a couple seconds ago. They're back to the middle of the ring. You got 1:37 left on my clock. I have a link for the fight in the description if you need it. If that helps you, please subscribe on the way out. Come back for the fight companion. Let's chop it up. All right. 1:25 left in the third round. Calf kick from Moreno, low kick. Nice 1-2 from Moreno, landed on the 2. Another nice low kick from Figueiredo. Moreno caught him with a couple pity pats on the way out from it. A lot of feints for Moreno tonight. I like the feints. I like seeing the movement. It's good, but he's got a little more volume. We need more volume. Because like I said, in a technical fight, in a fight where it's about plotting, setting shots, chess match, Figueiredo is going to win it if it continues going that direction. It has to break out into a little more of a war for Moreno. Both guys swinging wild. Moreno just landed a decent little left hook on the way out. Oh, big right hand from Figueiredo. Huge right hand from Figueiredo. Let me tell you something, man. Brandon Moreno has a fucking crazy chin. Because these shots, nice elbow from Figueiredo. Jab from both men. Both kind of landed. Couple slapping shots from Moreno. Nice little leg kick from Moreno, mostly blocked. 15 seconds left, third round. Definitely a Figueiredo round, even though Moreno had a couple moments. Nice little jab again. Oh, he just dropped Moreno with a huge right hand at the end of the third round. He is lucky that happened. He is very lucky that happened with 5 seconds left and not 15, 20 seconds left. Because that was a legit knockdown. He just hurt him with that. Right about the 5 second mark. Then got on top of him. Was trying to maybe secure a little bullshit choke or something. Figueiredo was on Moreno, but he got out of the round. So one thing about Moreno, even though he like I said, he has a great chin. He got out of the round. I wouldn't expect him to be too hurt going into the next round now, based upon his chin and his heart. But if he does not make this fight more sloppy, more rough, he's not going to win the fight. Because right now, Figueiredo is sharpshooting. Look at that right hand. Perfect right hand. Perfect right hand. You know? And he had his hand up, but he had his other hand up, but he didn't bring it over. That was a big shot. So we gotta see. Let's see if Moreno's recovered, and let's see if he can put more pressure on Figueiredo. Because as of now, Moreno's not putting on enough pressure. He's letting Deiveson Figueiredo be way too comfortable. Another beautiful low kick from Figueiredo. Another outside leg kick. Holy shit. He looks good tonight. You can tell Figueiredo made some serious adjustments. I don't know how the hell the live odds are still saying Moreno is minus 150. Let's see what we got here. 4 minutes, 27 seconds left in the fourth round. Oh, another beautiful kick. That one was checked a little bit, but his leg is already compromised. The lead leg is compromised on Moreno. Right now, Deiveson Figueiredo is way too comfortable. He's going in and out. He's avoiding the shots coming back. Kick up the middle from Figueiredo in the southpaw position now. Moreno just punished him with a nice inside leg kick for it. Spinning leg kick for it. Oh, wait, Figueiredo is a southpaw, right? No, he's not a southpaw. Another kick from Figueiredo. See what we got cooking here, man. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Once again, tactical. If it's tactical, it favors Figueiredo. Device is not connected. Whoever's in the sitting room right now, I think you're there by mistake. I think you want to click the link in the description, not the link in the YouTube comment section. All right? Do that if you're trying to get a link for the fight. And please hit subscribe on the way out if you don't come back. Much appreciated. All right. 3:15 left in the fourth round. Not as much going on in the round. That's why I lighten up on the commentary a little bit. When all right, let's see what we got. A lot of posturing. 3 minutes left in the fourth round. The pace of the fight favors Figueiredo. The last round favored Figueiredo. He probably took one of the first 2 rounds, maybe. So, you know, we could be looking at a 2-2 fight after 4 if Figueiredo continues to keep the fight at his range, keep the fight at his pace. Moreno has to do something different. He has to make it dirty. He cannot let this dude snipe. He's a sniper. Figueiredo is a sniper, and right now he's sitting on the outside and he's sniping. Whoever just hopped in, please subscribe if you're not already. Link in the description for the stream if you need one. If that helps you, please reciprocate by giving me that subscribe or that share or anything that can help get more eyes on everything. I look so cold. Yo, bro, it's real. It's real on the East Coast right now. You know, this East Coast, you know where it's at up here. You know what I mean? It's like 12 degrees outside right now. And my cat's stuck in a tree. That's real fucked up, right? I hope that cat's alive in the fucking morning. Or my girl and my son are going to feel very guilty. Yeah, it's cold as fuck, bro, out here. You know? I got the little bit. I'm in the basement with the heater on. All right. Minute 45 left in the fourth round. Figueiredo, if you ask me, he's taking control of the fight in the last round or so. Figueiredo once again looking for a takedown, unsuccessful. Moreno's takedown defense has been 100% on point tonight. You know, right now, Figueiredo is on Moreno's, kind of got him from the back. 1:16 left in the third round, up against the cage. They're both kind of fighting for position, but Deiveson Figueiredo is in the dominant position against the cage. So he's getting dominant position time. He's sniping from the outside. It's not as dirty of a fight. And the odds just changed, to speak to what I'm saying. For the first time, Figueiredo is the favorite as the live odds keep coming in. So 42 seconds left in the fourth round. I think that's another clear round for Figueiredo. When you say, do I have a new website, what do you mean in relation to what? Like me, or in relation to for the fight? Because there's a link in the description for the stream if you need one. If that's not what you're saying, let me know. Clarify for me. But kick from studio. I don't know who the hell this is. All right, so 10 seconds left in the fourth round. We are looking at, in my opinion, Deiveson Figueiredo. Now, Figueiredo. See, I'm trying to say it the not white race, so you gotta give me credit even if I'm fucking up. So 2 rounds in the bank in a row for Figueiredo. Now, the only question is, did he win one of the first 2 rounds or none of the first 2 rounds? Because the first 2 rounds, in my opinion, it would either be 1-1 or a little better of a chance Moreno took the first 2, but not by anything. Just because both guys were feeling each other out and not doing much, you know? But most likely, I would say it was 1-1 after 2. Now, Figueiredo got 2 rounds in a row. So we're looking at most likely Moreno's probably going to need a finish. Moreno's probably going to need a finish to win this fight. That's kind of where I'm at on it. And I don't know if he's going to get it. He hasn't put on enough volume. He's much more of a volume power puncher than he is a one-shot power puncher. Okay, so that makes it a little harder to get the late, the late finishes. So very good chance Figueiredo, it's favoring him in a major way right now. But Moreno's a warrior. He's a beast, so you never know. You know what I mean? You never know where it's going to go. I'm old and have bad digestion. Oh, Dusty, we know about it. That's my podcast partner from the original Wiggers Live Comedy Podcast. Every Wednesday, we go live at 9:20. Show starts at 9:30. Join us next week, please. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Uncle Dust. How to watch from the link. All right, so peep game. First of all, let me just give a little update where we at. We have 4 minutes and 37 seconds, as I'm saying it, in round 5 of the fight. Brandon Moreno is still not being as aggressive. Okay. Brandon Moreno just got a nice takedown. 4 minutes and 30 seconds and left. See, this is a way he could finish it late, though. That's how he finished the second fight. He has high-level jiu-jitsu. So, I should have included that in whether or not he could get a late finish. But Figueiredo's working his way back up. Figueiredo's back to his feet. So go into the description and click where I say live stream here. You click that link, and then you're going to have to fight through pop-ups, but you will get to it working. That is what I am watching right now. All right? You with me? I hope that helped. Go into the description on YouTube. Click where it's obviously that I have the stream linked. Click on it. Fight through the pop-ups. You will get to it. You just got to fight through the pop-ups. Remember that. You're going to have a bunch of pop-ups. Got you. I hope that helped. All right? Sup, McClipper. My guy McClip. I really do like McClip. That's my dude, man. All right, so 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 5th round. And once again, it's being fought at Figueiredo's range and Figueiredo's pace. So there's nothing now that Moreno's doing. He need, in my opinion, he need to go for the takedown, try to get a submission. At this point, that's all he got. I don't think he's going to land, a one-shot knockout unless, something real silly happens. you know, and I don't think he could win on rounds at this point. It'd be a little harder for him. So I'd be fishing for takedowns. You know, don't be sloppy. You know, don't get caught by a bomb on the way in. But to me, that's the only way he can truly win this fight at this point. You know, but the dope part about this is we'll get number 4, and it'll probably be next. You know what I mean? And every fight they've had, I've thoroughly enjoyed. This one is a little slower than the other fights, but you know, also go follow at Uncle Dust Comedy on Instagram. Okay, follow his YouTube channel. He's on his like 19th because he's always getting thrown off of YouTube just for being a funny R word. It's not right. Straight white males are under attack. We're under attack. Nah, I'm joking, but mostly. You know what I mean? I'll touch everyone. Nobody, if he's up, he ain't lying. He will come to your state and use his hand or mouth, whatever you choose. Let's go. Let's go. Now they're standing in there. And Figueiredo looks a little more tired. You never know. You might get caught. You might get caught. Yeah, Figueiredo's ready for the war, and his corner's trying to tell him, chill the fuck out, bro. Chill the fuck out right now. So, let's see what we got. Let's talk business, Dust. You guys should get connected on Twitter. Contact McClip. Contact Dusty on Twitter. What kind of business? Oral. You know he likes that oral, Dusty. He likes to give it though. So he's offering. Don't forget, he's offering, not to receive, to give. It's a better deal for you, Dust. All right. Minute 20 left. 5th round. I just lost a couple viewers probably because I started talking regular shit. I do not understand how the significant strikes favor Moreno, but the problem is significant strikes don't always mean they're significant, right? Like you might land them, and just because it's a hook, it's significant, or just because it's, you know, a kick, it's significant from a certain angle. But by far, Deiveson Figueiredo has landed the more significant shots in the fight. You know, he got 2 clear rounds in the bank, maybe one of the early rounds. This round's been a little more, you know, a little more back and forth, but once again, it favors Figueiredo because it's being fought at his distance and his pace. And he's just doing his little sniping. You know what I mean? He's just doing his little sniping. Moreno let Figueiredo off the hook in this fight, if you ask me. And another right hand for Figueiredo. Oh, beautiful right hand for Figueiredo. He's swinging. He's throwing those bombs with 15 seconds left. But Moreno standing there, he's saying, let's go. He's saying, let's go. Okay, Figueiredo short for a little takedown. Didn't really get it. Moreno hit him with a couple short shots, not really hard shots. Hit him again. Couple more shots. Hit him again. It looks good for Moreno at the end. See, this is the thing, right? Now, here's the thing with this 5th round, right? With the 5th round, Figueiredo had a major part of that round where it was being fought at his distance. He was keeping him on the outside. He was sniping him. Decent shots. Moreno wasn't pressing as much. But then at the end, Moreno clearly, without question, won the exchanges at the end. Even though they weren't the biggest shots, he was landing them. He was landing the little shots, and Figueiredo wasn't. You know what I mean? He was missing on some big shots. So, you know, what do you guys think? Do you give you give Moreno that round based upon how it ended? What do you think? Talk to me, guys. Yeah, Dust. Yo, listen, you could come on if you want, bro. I already told you that. You might not be a huge UFC guy, but you're my partner and my brother. So if you want to come on, you're always, you know the deal, Dusty. So this is a hard fight, man. This is a little hard fight to score, man. You know, Moreno still had the advantage in the volume, and volume can trick judges sometimes, right? But, you know, Deiveson Figueiredo clearly landed the bigger shots. Anybody in the chat right now, please subscribe. I do have a link for the stream in the description. All right. If that helps you, subscribe. If you fuck with me, come back. But just subscribe if you can. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at right now. I am of the belief that Moreno lost the fight 3-2. You know, because I had Moreno took the first round. I would have leaned towards Figueiredo in the second round. Then Figueiredo took rounds 3 and 4. So he already got 3 in the bank. Moreno's on 1. And then Moreno might have took 5. So I got it 3-2. You know, my gut, what I'm being told, you know, from the 25 voices in my head is Figueiredo wins the fight 3-2. Ew. Which C word? Verify. Are we talking about see you next Tuesday? Are we talking about Ritz crackers? What are we talking about here? Come on. All right. I still can't fight through pop-up. I don't know how to begin. Oh, come on, man. Hold on. New. Good. The right guy got the decision. The right guy got the decision. I'm happy that the volume didn't trick the judges into thinking Moreno was doing more damage, doing better work. Close fight, 3-2. We will see a number 4 for sure. There's no doubt about it at this point. Oh, shit, Dust, we got our first bot. Yo, shout out to Engbing Chaka, Fadiluku Maka. It's Chinese, even though it's Russian, but we got to shout out the bots when they pop in. Oh, Clifford, that's the C word. Oh, Clifford, okay. I thought it was cunt or cracker. I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? Oh, shit, my man Pierre Ponzo. He used to come around when I had my original YouTube page, when I did all the boxing commentary, the one that got fucking shut down for either comedy or something social commentary-wise. But, yo, my brother, I appreciate you. I hope all is well. We connected through Messenger many times. Very good brother. So I hope all is good, man. And new. Deiveson Figueiredo. And new. Well-deserved. You know, lost the first round, in my opinion. Won the second round, but close. Dominated the third round. Dropped Moreno. Won the fourth round. And I thought Moreno took the fifth round. So 3-2, you know, real good. Still here, bro. Let's go. My good brother. I really do appreciate it. You know that shit, bro. You know how hard it is out here sometimes, man, to just create content and get support and not deal with the censorship or the algorithm bullshit or anything else. So truly appreciate you, bro. For real, for real. All right. So all we got left now is the main event. You know, we got to see what we're gonna get from these dudes now. Who do you guys got? I got 16 people in the comment section right now. As I put some hashtags in my video on YouTube, do me a favor and tell me who you got in the main event and why, so then I can respond, and we'll chop that up a little bit as we get situated for the main event. You know, we'll probably have 7-8 minutes prior to the main event coming on, so you know, that'll fill some of that time, and I could see what you guys think. What's your opinion? And then I'll let you go, you know, let you guys know what I think about it. You know, I think it's, you know, it's fairly obvious. I think which, you know, what the options are for this fight for the main event. But I think there's a lot of flexibility in how, you know, when and how it might happen as well. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be back to the comment section in 1 second. Right now they're interviewing Deiveson Figueiredo. I'm going to have to go back and watch it, but it does look like the adjustments he made a huge difference. He's very emotional, and a well-deserved win, in my opinion. I think the right guy won. You know, let me know if anybody out there disagrees. Let me know. But in my opinion, for sure, the right guy got the win in this fight. And guess what happens now? Now we're gonna get number 4. Now we're gonna get number 4. And this is a real number 4, right? This is a real number 4 we're gonna get with Figueiredo and Moreno. Because we got a draw. That was a legit draw. I don't think anybody had a problem with the first fight being a draw. We got Moreno, who was pretty dominant in the second fight. He gets the choke out. Then you got Figueiredo, comes back in this fight. More dominant than Moreno for sure. Not as dominant as Moreno was in the second fight, but wins 3-2, clearly, in my opinion. A clear 3-2. And now we get number 4. And then whoever wins that one, you know, he takes all the bragging rights at that point. You know what I'm saying? So what we got? You know, when dude been talking way too much, translators like, work with me here, bro. I can't remember what that shit. Straight up, bro. Tapping him. And they got this dude. That dude's a gangster though. The dude doing the translation tonight, that dude be doing it for Russians. I seen him do Chinese a couple times, fucking Vietnamese, Cantonese, Japanese, all the E's. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm fucking around. I started adding shit, but I seen him do Russian, Chinese, and Spanish. Gainesville looks good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great show. Appreciate you, my brother. Always appreciate you. You know, if there's anybody you think would also enjoy the content on my channel, please share it around. All right. Just eating the clip up. You know, I don't know exactly what we could translate that to. We know who it has to do with. McClip, our boy in the comment section, but I don't know much. Is McGregor still good? I wonder if you're fucking around or not. McGregor has not looked good lately. I'll tell you that. He has not looked good lately, but all-time great, most successful mixed martial artist of all time from a monetary standpoint. Hold on, let me see what Brandon Moreno's talking about right now. But I got to keep the mic. Hold on, let me shut the mic for 1 second. All right. Brandon Moreno's basically saying, I appreciate you, Pierre. Basically, Moreno's saying, I felt like I was putting on a better pace and this, that, which is true, but he wasn't doing enough damage and he wasn't putting on enough of a pace. You know, he said, I got to watch the fight back. He might watch it back and realize he definitely lost. He wasn't being too salty. You know what I mean? So, but it's understandable. A lot of bad looks from McGregor lately in and out of cage. Yeah, dust, bro. McGregor's been a train wreck. You know, but listen, when you give a guy who comes from nothing, you know, literally all the money that you could ever know what to do with, if you don't have a real, you know, tight team or something that you focus on that could check your ego and keep you humble, unfortunately, a lot of guys go that route, you know. Sad, but it's the truth. But we'll see what he could do. Still one of my faves. Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's my dude, bro. I don't like the dickhead shit though, you know, talk about dudes' wives and all that. That's not my favorite stuff. You know, it's one thing if you're joking, you know what I mean? They're playing around a little bit, but like he's talking angry Irish fucking, you know, fuck your wife shit, which is different. You know what I mean? Yo, did you guys see the clip for Francis Ngannou in Jackass yet? If you don't, you should check it out. You can actually watch it on the Original Wiggers live comedy podcast, the last episode. You'll find it if you fast forward in. I'm not sure what point. I'm not gonna lie. I still watch UFC with Dan Severn. Oh, bro, of course. Why not? Listen, most of us started out with that, right? I remember literally renting. Well, first time my pop brought me one, you know, because we all know I told my pop about his crackhead stories, right? So he brought home like 5 UFCs, you know, or 3 UFCs, like doubles of 2. Like, here, I got this. You know what I mean? But that shit put me on the UFC, though, and got me into that sport. So, yeah, as far as McGregor, 100%. 100%. McClip is putting PP in the chat. You know, we know what that means to us, me and you. I don't want to air it out, you know what I'm saying? But his time has passed. Yeah, I think Conor McGregor's time has most likely passed. You know, but there's still some fun fights. You know, you want to see the Nate fight before he walks away completely. You know, there's a couple. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Ferguson fight. They're both of them are towards the end of their career. That would be an interesting fight. You know, Dustin again. It's arguable because, you know, it was a weird injury and it'll still make money because of all the bad blood now. So he's still got some fights to make, but I don't think he's going to be champion again, you know, but it's possible. Like, I'm definitely not discounting it either. A dude like that put in the work to become what he became, you know, nothing's, you know, impossible or even unlikely. You know, he puts his nose to the grindstone, gets focused, you know, works on the things that have caused him to not look good in the ring and, you know, works on his mind out of the ring. You never know. Never know. So here we are. We're in between the co-main event and the main event. They're doing a little pre-fight hype. You know, we're sitting at 12:22 on the East Coast. So right around the time that you usually see main events start, you know, 12, 12:31, depending on the pace of the fights prior. If he's not in it for the money and just for a true good fight, he can make a comeback. Yeah, I think that's the case too, right? Like even if you're him, right? You've Conor McGregor already got all the accolades, first double champ, dominated, just dominated, the most monetary successful fighter in the history of the UFC, not combat sports, but the UFC, so at this point, I think that's better for him, right? Like, put your ego to the side, recognize you're probably not going to be champ again, but just fight the fun fights, because it would be great. It would be great to see all those guys fight. Even if none of them end up being champ, right? Even if Poirier's never champ, if Chandler's never champ, if McGregor's never champ again, if Tony Ferguson's never champ again, it would be dope to see all those dudes fight regardless. You know what I mean? Just let all those guys, for the next 2 years, you could put on all of those fights, and they would all be dope fights, whether or not they were for a title or not, But McGregor got to be careful, though, because if he doesn't refocus in a lot of ways, he could lose most of those, because all those guys are still one-track minded on fighting, So, but still, no matter what. Anybody in the stream right now, there's a link in the description of my YouTube, FocusCDS on YouTube. If that helps you, please subscribe. If you hate me, if I helped you with a stream, just subscribe anyway. Maybe you'll like me on something else. Never know. But probably not. Some people just don't like me. What am I going to do? Is it my face? I don't know. I would have retired already with this money. Oh, yeah. But everyone says that who've never had money like that, right? That's the question. Like, when you get money like that, McGregor money, Mayweather money, that money. Sometimes, like, it's probably calling no matter what, right? Even though you're good and your family's good and your kids are good and your grandkids are good, more money's calling. It's that Scrooge McDuck shit. You know what I mean? You just putting that shit in the fucking vault and swimming in the coins. Don Fry was in Mini Severn. I really know nothing about today's UFC, bro. Yeah, but Dust, here's the thing, though, bro. Like, if you ain't doing shit on Saturdays, right, as a precursor to our podcast on Wednesday anyway, you could always pop on, talk a little bit, hang out, drop some shit here and there, crack a joke here and there, be you. And then at the same time, you'll get an education on the UFC. You'll get an education on boxing, and then before you know it, you might not even visually see a lot of the fights, but from hearing me talk and explaining certain things, you'll have the information and names and all that bullshit. But that's up to you. You know what I mean? I'm good with it, bro. If you just want to sit in the crib, eat Cinnabons, let the icing drip down your chest, drink 7 King Cobras, I ain't mad at you, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you, Dusty. Right. They'd be instant classics, bro. 100%. All instant fucking classics, bro. I'm not sure which analogy, but appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because, my brain, I be saying shit, but I'm like the smartest idiot you ever met in your life, because I'm a major R word. Major R word. Mountain Dews, baby. Straight up. Dusty's got the Cinnabons, the Mountain Dews. He put what Dust does, right? You know what Dust does, right? Dust takes Mountain Dews and then he pours little shots of St. Ides in them. They call them a dirty dew. You didn't know about that, did you? You know about that. The dirty dew. The dirty dew, bro. That's the Mountain Dew with St. Ides mixture. The dirty dew. That's some shit. That might be for a skit or something. Really want. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pretend you laughed at that real quick. Really want to see Ngannou take dudes' heads off tonight. Yeah. That's what I'd prefer. Perfect analogy. Okay, you talk about the Scrooge McDuck shit. Yeah. Respect, bro. Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it could be. I'm not guaranteeing it's that way. I don't think it's that way for everybody who gets money, but I think it's a path that is not surprising. Really want to see Ngannou take heads off tonight. Yeah, I would prefer to see Ngannou win, but Cyril Gane is also a really good guy, and Cyril Gane from a technique standpoint, he's what John Jones could be at heavyweight or could have been at heavyweight, right? Like if John Jones would have went to heavyweight earlier in his career, you would have seen a very similar skill set to what you see from Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane's naturally bigger, so he probably would always have a little more power than Jon Jones, but the same type of thing, you know, the same light-footedness, you know, the same, you know, elusiveness, side-to-side movement, you know, so on and so forth, and better wrestling, because Jon Jones is obviously very underrated in the wrestling department. Hello, I love you, bro. Major R word, the dirty do 32, bro. You know what I mean? Straight up. Your view is like-minded. Yeah. Respect, brother. Respect. Somebody's in here right now. I don't think they even want to be in here because they're muted. Tood Army. Oh, the Tood Army, bro. We're just a whole bunch of like guys on the internet, and we like make podcasts. We just have an attitude, man. He's like some. That's like a TikTok crew. The Tood Army. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Much respect. Please subscribe to the channel, even though I just roasted your name a little bit, but it's all in good fun. Much respect and love. I don't think you mean to be in here, so I'm going to kick you out. We're going to get back to it. They already announced Cyril Gane. That's one thing. One thing that's whack about doing this fight companion shit, I got to get headphones so I can keep one headphone in from my phone, is I don't even get to hear anything because I can't take the chance of the microphone picking up any of the audio from the fight. So that part is a little bit, you know, sucks a little bit, takes a little bit out of the fight for me. But, you know, obviously my goal when doing this, creating this content is to, you know, try to give more to the fight to y'all. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the goal. Francis Ngannou's walking to the ring right now. For those that just popped in the stream, I have a link for the stream in the description on my YouTube, FocusCDS on YouTube. Please click subscribe, share. Anybody see 3 left right away? They're like, oh, word? You got a link? You got a link? I'm out. And then they won't even come back, but that's all right. If I can help them out, that's still cool. Still love to me. All right. So Cyril Gane is in the ring. Francis Ngannou's getting set up. This is prototype example, right? You'll hear the old adage over and over. People talk about it, you know, power versus skill, power versus technique, all this shit. But there is not many fights, right, that personify that quite as much as this fight. This fight personifies it just as much as like a Tyson Fury versus Wilder. But I would say that Ngannou arguably, you know, when it comes down to his skill set of mixed martial arts, he's more well-rounded than just being a power puncher, even though he is a power puncher, right? But Cyril Gane is by far, I don't think it's arguable, no matter what he does successfully, the most elusive, light-footed, flowing technique heavyweight we've ever seen, or at least in recent years against top-level guys. Now, here's the other. All right, Tino, check this out. The link, you might be gone by now, but regardless, I'll say it. The link is in the description on my YouTube. You'll find it. Fight through the pop-ups. I've been watching it. Knock on wood. Knock on the Bozak too. It's been good. Link in the description on my YouTube. All right. Go check that shit out. My man Ngannou about to step in the ring. You know, and to get back to what I'm saying, this is one of those fights, right? Ngannou has better ground game than he's given credit for. He exhibited some of that in the second Stipe fight. You know, stuffed some takedowns. I believe he even got a takedown, if I remember correctly. But I know he at least stuffed a couple. And, you know, very different from the first fight when he wasn't able to stuff much of Stipe's takedowns at all. So he's shown evolution in his game. He is more skilled than just being a power puncher. But if this fight, you know, it's similar to the last fight, but in a different way, because Moreno's a volume guy. And you want to, when you're a volume guy, you don't want to let the guy sit on the outside, snipe, and use technique, right? This fight's the same thing, but in a different capsule. Francis Ngannou is a power puncher. He doesn't want to let Cyril Gane, who he gives a deficit to, probably in speed, but definitely in technique, especially when it comes to kicks, everything mixed in. He doesn't want to let Gane do that. He needs to, one way or another, keep the fight fairly close, right? Whether it's, you know, a lot of cage, you know, holding him against the cage, trying to land shots, you know, but he's got to be very careful not to lunge in too much. Because Cyril Gane, even though he's not like, you know, recognized as a power puncher per se, he does have knockout power. So make no mistake, Cyril Gane can knock out Francis Ngannou. If it goes 5 rounds, I'm giving a huge edge to Cyril Gane. You know, if it stops under 5, under, the allotted rounds, I would obviously lean a little more towards Ngannou, but Cyril Gane could also catch a knockout. There's no question about it. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why this fight is very interesting. Both powerful, but Gane has sharp elbows and brutal knees. He bounces around like a middleweight, 100%. So light-footed. The technique he has for a man of his size, it's it's unmatched in the heavyweight division. Like I said, the only guy that I could see having any type of like skills and movement is if Jon Jones makes the move to heavyweight and he keeps, his movement. But even in his last couple fights at light heavyweight, Jon Jones wasn't quite as good with the movement as he was in the past. But that's the only other guy that I could see even near the level of Cyril Gane as far as the overall offensive prowess and athleticism. Like you said, all the stages, right? Not just punches, elbows, knees, the movement, so yeah, 100% with you on that, brother. 100%. So here we go. Now they're introducing the challenger. Technically, he's the interim champion, but we all know interim championships, especially this one. This one was even a little more annoying than some of the other ones because all Ngannou said, was give me a little more time. Like there's been dudes that have held belts for years and there wasn't an interim fight. So they're a little selective. Okay, pardon me. No, okay. Yeah. So now they're introducing Ngannou. Fucking beast. If you don't know who Francis Ngannou is, and you're not watching the stream, and you're just on here because you fuck with me, go right now or after this and look up Francis Ngannou knockouts. Regardless what happens tonight, this guy got the craziest fucking highlight reel of knockouts you're ever gonna see, for real. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson level. Deontay Wilder, you name knockouts, Foreman, you name knockouts in the history of combat sports, you stack up Ngannou's against any of them. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let's see what happens. For those that don't know, these guys weren't major training partners. There was a little bit more made out of that than should have been. But they did train together a little bit. There is a lot of bad blood between Francis Ngannou and his old coach. So there's emotion in this fight regardless for both men. More than in the average fight. Cyril Gane. See, and if you know Anthony Joshua from boxing, Cyril Gane looks like you know how like there's twins and like maybe one twin doesn't get quite as good of the genes, but he gets most of the good genes. Like that's what Cyril Gane looks like. You know what I mean? He's like the R-worded Anthony Joshua, but not that R-worded, just a little. All right, so here we go. My man Last Jedi said, Team Francis, I'm mostly with you. And they train together and gains. Yeah, but not as much as people think. Okay, so right off jump, Gane is bouncing all over the place. And then he's making an entry for a takedown. It was not successful on the initial entry. Now he's got Ngannou up against the cage. Ngannou's trying to reach up with some kicks as he pushes his head down into them. So far he hasn't been able to really, lift the knees up to the point where they landed. But now they're broken back up. 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first round. Nothing much cooking so far. Obviously, these are heavyweights. You're not going to see some, the same volume as you're going to see in a, flyweight fight or anything like that. But these guys both throw plenty. Right now, when Ngannou's stalking, Gane's moving back. At the moment, Francis Ngannou got Cyril Gane up against the cage. Just kind of holding him there. Just controlling him. Not doing anything major, but it's still control time, right? So to the judges, that's still something you consider. If you hold a guy against the cage for 3 minutes, even if it's not much going on, it looks good. Reference to Usman Masvidal fight for that, the first one, Gane took the control back. Oh, Gane just threw a crazy athletic elbow. Didn't really land it, but that shit looked fucking crazy. It was like, from the back, that shit looked crazy, bro. That's the type of skills this dude got. You know what I mean? That's the type of skills this dude got. Anybody in the chat, I have a link in the description for the stream if you need one. Oh, Ngannou just missed with a power bomb, left hand, uppercut, hook combo. There's a link in the description. If you need a stream, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. All right, let's go. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Ngannou's starting to let the bombs go a little more now. Almost hit him with a little uppercut, but missed it. He's hunting him with those uppercuts. He's looking for one of those Alistair Overeem uppercuts right now. He's trying to hit him with the shit that almost fucking took Overeem's head off his shoulders. You can tell Cyril Gane is not as comfortable against Ngannou as he was against Derek Lewis, right? Nice little spinning back, late spinning kick from Gane to Ngannou's chest. Nothing too major, but, you know, still a strike. Nice little knee from Cyril Gane to the body. He's moving around, doing his little left to right dancing. There's a link in the description for the stream if you need one. Please subscribe on the way out if that helps you in any way. Help me, I help you. Come back for the Fight Companion. Check out the channel for comedy and other content as well. Much love. All right, minute 55 left in the first round. Ngannou's doing a lot of back and forth, a lot of dancing. I mean, pardon me, Gane. Obviously, you know who I'm talking about if you know these men. But, you know, Ngannou's having a hard time getting to him, a little more so even than earlier in the fight. You can see Gane might be getting a little more comfortable, you know, as far as the movement and everything. Right now, they're tied up in the middle of the ring. Gane's trying to walk him back, and Ngannou said nope, and he pushed Gane back. Now they're up against the cage. Nothing really much going on. Oh, yeah, bro. You know that. That's what Gane does. That's what Gane does. But he's not using it as successfully as he was against Lewis, you know? But also, we have to give Ngannou credit for, you know, he's getting to him a little better, and he's doing a good job of getting him against the cage, you know, and taking that when it's there if he can't get his punches, right? So he had Gane against the cage for a minute, and now Gane has flipped it. Now he's got the dominant position against the cage. 47 seconds left in the first round. Gane has him against the cage right now. It looks like he might be looking for a little sweep here. I don't know if he's going to get it because it looks like Ngannou is doing a good job of controlling him. Gane is hitting some little knees. Nice little knee. That was a decent knee. And Ngannou didn't like that, so he tried sweeping him. Didn't do much with it, but now they're back in the middle of the ring. See what we got cooking here. Nice little body kick from Gane. Little jab. Didn't really land, but flicked it out there. And Ngannou was just trying to find it, you know, trying to find his spot. You know, Gane is by far the most defensively, when it comes to technique, heavy, you know, defensively talented heavyweight out there at the moment. And Ngannou's breathing a little heavy. But if you know Ngannou, win, lose, or draw, he's always breathing a little bit heavy after the rounds. You know, you're talking about a dude that's walking around at 257 pounds with fucking sledgehammers from fucking shoulder to fucking fist. So, you know, that's not a surprise. You know, he doesn't look fatigued. It just looks like he was in a fight. I would have to edge that round probably to Gane based upon, you know, this is the thing, right? When you know what a guy does going in and then another guy doesn't let him do it, you do get a little bit of credit for that, right? So based on the fact that he was moving good, using his movement, even though he wasn't doing it as good as usual, he didn't really let, you know, Ngannou land any significant punches. And Ngannou had a little bit of time holding Gane against the cage. Gane had maybe a little more time holding Ngannou against the cage. So, you know, you might edge that one to Gane. You know, close. You can see some people giving it to Ngannou. Not much really went on. But I edge it to Gane, to Cyril. Cyril came out, wanted to touch gloves. Ngannou was hesitant, but he did. Nice little front kick from Gane. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first round, and the second round, pardon me. Second round just started. Heavyweight championship fight between former short-term stablemates Ngannou and Cyril Gane. Well, that's the thing. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All he needs is 1 second to go bad. That's all he needs. But he doesn't want to rely on that either, though, right? Like, if you're not finding those moments enough, you got to try to find some other moments, right? Whether it's more cage time, whether it's a takedown mixed in here and there. You know, he's gotta do more than he's doing so far, you know? But it's hard, man. Cyril Gane is so technically and athletically gifted that that's a tall task. You know, it's a hard ask. You know, 4 minutes left in the second round. Very similar to the last fight in that Cyril Gane is is making it his fight. You know, this isn't an Ngannou fight. This doesn't look like an Ngannou fight. It looks like a Cyril Gane fight. So number one, it's not good, you know, because you're not getting anything done. Number two, usually the judges see you do more, so they almost will be likely to give the other guy even more credit for winning and being, you know, so successful defensively and making the guy not be able to do shit. Yeah, them Thor arms, right, bro? Just all the way down. 7 hammers on each arm, you know what I mean? So here we go. Heating up a little bit. Standing in the middle of the ring. Gane got the best of it. Nothing major happened on either end. But Gane landed a couple more, landed a couple more little pity pats that looked good. And Ngannou just tried throwing a nice little left hook. Didn't really land. All right? If you're in here right now and you just got in here, there is links for the fight in the description. Please hit subscribe if the links in the description for the fight help you. I appreciate any support. There is links in the description for the fight if you need it. We are at 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second round. Not much going on, which is not a good sign for Ngannou. That means it's a Cyril Gane fight, right? Technical, not a lot of volume. And right now, Cyril Gane's going to put another round in the bank on a more obvious round. The first round was a little closer, but I probably would have gave it to Gane. Okay. And Ngannou almost caught him with something there, but still didn't get there. Still didn't get there. His best offense is defense right now. And yeah, he's definitely doing a little more lateral movement and what some people would call running that I'd like to see. But you got to do what you got to do. When you're fighting a scary-ass dude like that, too, if you have the technique to do it, why not use it, right? Might not be pretty. Might lose you some fans, but, you know, it'll win you the fight. You know what I mean? Anybody in here, links to the fight in the description. Please subscribe if that helps you. Stick around, though, please. 1 minute 32 left in the second round. Not a whole bunch of shit going on right now. A lot of posturing, a lot of stalking by Ngannou, but not a lot of punches. But that's smart to a degree, right? Because you don't want to just, you know, dump your gas tank, right? Trying to hit a guy that's not easy to hit. So it's smart. Be careful, be calculated, and look for it when it comes, it comes. Because he knows he's not going to win, you know, a technical striking bout with Gane. It's just not something that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Oh, no, we got that already. Okay. Nice little kick from Ngannou. He's on his bike at all times in the cage. Yeah. Yeah, especially past couple fights. You know, Derek Lewis and fucking... He was a little more offensive in his fight prior to that, but yeah. But those little shots count. Yeah, of course. Of course. Pile up the points. Piling up the fucking points. And Ngannou is missing whenever he's swinging. Right? So you're piling up points and you're making Ngannou, you know, look amateur at times, right? Because you're doing a really good job of slipping and dipping. Round 3, more elbows to come. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see from Gane, right? Like, if you're gonna do this, just make it a little prettier. That's all. Do a little more. Just do a little more. Do what you're doing. Do a little more, and I think he gets away with it as far as like still being like decently popular. You know what I mean? So on my stream, the bell for the third round just sounded. Same thing that we seen in the first round, but more of it. This one was a more obvious and clear round for Cyril Gane. You know, he was a little more offensive. Oh, that was a beautiful fucking kick. I seen that in full speed, but that shit looked even prettier He caught him with a nice spinning kick that kind of hit him like, upper right backhand side, almost by the ear. Could have been an equilibrium shot, but it wasn't. Thankfully for him, it didn't turn into an equilibrium shot. Gas out. That. Well, I'm not sure if you're talking about what I was talking about, but that's what you talk about. Ngannou's looking gassed out, or you talk about he's hoping Cyril gasses out so he can land the shot at some point. Let me know, clarify that for me because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Sound like an idiot. I do that enough, you know what I mean? Try to mitigate that. So here we go into the third round. It's looked like a Cyril Gane fight so far. It's looked nothing like a Francis Ngannou fight. And, you're probably looking at 2-0. Ngannou absolutely has to start doing more. If he does not start doing more, he allows this pace to happen. Not only is he going to have to win by a one-punch knockout, it's going to have to be a Hail Mary. Because at this moment, he's not doing anything offensively. He has not hit him with anything yet that has made you go, oh, ooh, and nothing that's even near, the usual reaction you get from an Ngannou shot, He's doing a hell of a job avoiding these shots, just bouncing. He's just bouncing right in front of him at times too. It's not only, running like we say at times. Oh, nice body shot and beautiful body shot by Ngannou. He landed a beautiful right hand to the body and then scooped him for a beautiful fucking takedown. Now let's see what he can do with it. Can we get some ground and pound from this takedown? Can we possibly get a submission from this takedown? So now we get to see what happens with that. Francis way, yeah, and it won't even be that shocking. But the problem is, the only difference I'd say to you, Last Jedi, right now, bro, he's not waiting for the right opportunity. He's hoping for the right opportunity, right? He's not waiting for it. Like, oh, I think now's the time. He's hoping for it because as of now, Cyril Gane's done a great job of not allowing him to have any opportunities. You know what I mean? But I'm with you overall with that thought process. Right. Pot shot. Oh, yeah. Pot shots hurt. And more than anything, it's not only that they hurt, they keep you honest. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, you're getting hit. Even if it don't hurt that much, it's jarring, right? Even if it don't hurt that much, it's jarring. You know what I mean? Gane's open up and turns up the valve. Well, so far, let's go. All right. We got Ngannou on Gane's back. He's not letting him up. This is a good amount of control time so far. So if Gane can somehow keep him down, which it doesn't look like he's gonna, it looks like now Ngannou could not keep him down, and Gane is back to his feet. Yes, Ngannou gasses out. Yeah, he does. Usually like third. Usually around this time. Actually, this is usually right around his gas out time, where he truly gasses out. But he looks tired all the time. It's weird. Even in fights I've seen him get knocked out, he just always looks tired. Just like in training. Okay. Another nice takedown from Ngannou. So that's 2 takedowns in this round. A bunch of top control. As of now, you would have Ngannou winning this round for sure. Got 2 minutes left in the third round. This is the first round where Ngannou has done anything to where you can you can say he's winning. First round, you seen that yet? I wonder where most of my viewers are coming from right now. It's on StreamYard, it says 12. I wonder how many it says on YouTube. I wonder. I'm curious. But yeah, so right now, first round where Ngannou's doing something. Let's see what he could do. But this is what I was trying to say, right? If you're not landing the shots, do something else, right? Get some takedowns, get some ground and pound. And he's showing that he can take him down now. So if he cannot gas out too much, look for more takedowns. You know what I mean? Because then maybe you get Gane to gas a little, which is unlikely from what we've seen historically with him. But Ngannou almost just landed a nice right hand, but Gane had the earmuffs on, so it didn't go through. We got a minute left in the third round. This is the first round that you can say it's an Ngannou round so far, but there's still a minute left, and you never know what. Okay, so most of it's on YouTube because that's what I'm looking for, Joe. I'm trying to get the YouTube monetized again. So anybody in the chat, in this, you know, on YouTube or whatever, or even if you're somewhere else, please go to my YouTube, FocusCDS, subscribe to the channel. All right. The more monetized I get, the more content I can provide. You know what I mean? Nate Diaz is having the time of his life. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ngannou got another takedown. Cyril Gane's looking for, okay, he was looking for a submission. He's not going to get it. Now Ngannou is back on top with dominant position. Unless something strange happens right now in the last 14 seconds, 100% this is a Francis Ngannou round. So we'll be looking at one guaranteed round for Gane, one guaranteed round for Ngannou, and most likely another round for Gane, right? That's where we'd be at. So we're at 2-1 after 3 rounds, I say. He's a mouth breather. He's a fucking mouth breather, like the slack-jawed yokel on The Simpsons. You know, dude I'm talking about? A mouth breather. I think I'm a mouth breather too, bro. I resent your statement. For all the mouth breathers of America, I resent your statement, all right? Kidding me? Pierre, I'm blocking you, bro. Don't you ever talk about mouth breathers again. We're going to have a fucking problem. If Ngannou can keep him grounded, he can make it. Absolutely. But to, you know, to agree with what you said before, could he keep mounting the takedowns without completely gassing out? Because takedowns take a lot of energy out of you. You know what I mean? So we got to see. We got to see. As of now, I got it 2-1, I would say. You know, he looked for something different. Very smart. You're not getting the big shots. You're not landing small shots in between. Go for a takedown. Get something else going, you know? Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Did I say that yet? Did I say that yet? I don't think so. I don't. This is the first time I said that, right? All right, so this is what we got cooking right now. We got 4th round. In my opinion, we got a 2-1 fight. That's one. That's where I'm at. Hold on, let me get him first. Yo, you said that already. All right, we got that one. Hey, bro, this is one of the greatest fights ever. You think this is one of the greatest fights ever? Are you doing your Last Jedi thing that you do every once in a while? All right. So here we go. Cyril Gane popping the jab. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 4th round. It's back looking a little more like the 2nd round. And Ngannou doing a lot of stalking. You know? Let's see what we got here. Ngannou stalking. Yeah. You leave the mouth breathers alone, you. All right? Little low kick. Two little baby low kicks from Cyril Gane, but it still counts. You know, it's like a soft jab in boxing. Nice little body shot from Ngannou. Didn't do much damage, but, you know, I would argue that anything coming from Francis Ngannou hurts in some way. You know what I mean? 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the 4th round of a competitive fight that Cyril Gane has got the better of so far, but not by much. You know, if Ngannou can put this round in the bank, it'll all be up for grabs in the 5th round. You know, right now, Cyril Gane is back to doing what he was doing earlier in the fight again. And Ngannou hasn't been able to do anything. Not as far as takedowns or landing anything. He almost landed a nice little left hand there, but it looked like he's seen the opening. He's like, oh shit, I got it. And he didn't throw it with any any type of force or leverage. A couple nice front kicks from Cyril Gane. Another little baby right kick. Baby right kick, rather. Exactly. Ground control looks great. Exactly. And it eats up clock. That's the thing, you know? Well, it is. It's dominant, right? What's more dominant or embarrassing, you know, than a man just being able to hold you down? You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, that shit definitely piles up points. Okay. Another takedown for Francis. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in the 4th round. Francis Ngannou just got another very nice, you know, planned and perfectly executed takedown. So we see that Ngannou has a clear advantage when it comes to the wrestling, and he made a statement about that in one of the pre-fight interviews about how he doesn't think Cyril Gane has anywhere near his wrestling prowess, you know. So he's being smart, man. If you can't get it done on the feet, you got other options, right? It's not boxing. In boxing, you got no options. You can't land punches. You're fucked, right? But in MMA, mixed martial arts, you got something else you can go to. And to his credit, he's done it. He's got a lot of ground control time in these last couple of rounds. We got a minute 47-second left, minute 45 left in the fourth round. Ngannou has been controlling Gane for a good minute and a half again. You know, another takedown. Just got his second takedown of the round, controlling him again. And this is one of the only times you hear the crowd actually happy about like extra takedowns because what Gane's doing is even more annoying to a lot of fans, right? They're moving around, they're dancing, and not really engaging. You know what I mean? So it's partly that there's probably more Ngannou fans, but it's also because they're like, all right, it's better than this dancing bullshit. That's how a lot of people look at it, you know? So right now, we got a minute left in the fourth round. Without question, Ngannou's going to win this round unless Cyril Gane can get up within the next 10, 15 seconds and do some really good work on the feet, you know, but he can't just like dance around. He's got to do some good work. All right. He's trying to get back up. He scooted his way to the cage, and Ngannou just hit him with a legal knee that was very close to being an illegal knee, but he did it at a perfect time. It didn't hurt him too bad, but you could tell he didn't like it. All right. Ngannou. Listen, I love Ngannou. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. And he's made adjustments, right? This is one of the first fights where we've seen in a fight make an adjustment. You know, so that shows something. It shows more progression from Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean? So that's good to see. We've seen him make adjustments in between fights, but Ngannou in this fight has made an adjustment mid-fight. And that's when you're really like a true champion, a true elite fighter. When you could have something go wrong when you're in the middle of the fight and say, okay, I got to switch this. You know, in boxing, it happens in different ways. In MMA, it happens in different ways, but it's the same thing, right? And the greats can recognize when they're having a problem with something and then in the fight, whether their corner gives them the idea or it's internal, and then make the necessary changes. And he has done that. And then Ngannou has won for sure the last two rounds. There is no doubt he won the last two rounds. So the way this fight is looking right now is 2 guaranteed rounds for Ngannou, right? 1 guaranteed round for Gane, but probably 2. We're most likely at 2-2 right now. That is the most likely situation we're at. Yeah, he doesn't like being on his back at all. You can tell he's not comfortable. He doesn't know what to do when he's there. Knees to the body and needed, absolutely. Gane looks tired, absolutely. And look, and Ngannou looks ready. I see some spirit in his fucking face right now. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at 2-2 as well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Please check out our comedy podcast on Wednesdays. All right, so here we go. This where the money's made, baby. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in the fifth round. A fight where Francis Ngannou has made a major adjustment and focused on takedowns and ground control time in the third and fourth round. And if he does it again, or he lands one of his big shots, or he does better on the feet in this round, Ngannou's going to retain his belt. If he lets Gane go back to doing what he was doing in the better part of the first round and all of the second round, then most likely Cyril Gane is going to win a 3-2 decision, you know? So we got to see. Final round slugfest. Let's see. Well-rounded. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so here we are. 4 minutes left. A lot of calculating going on by both men. And even though Gane is moving around well, he's not throwing a lot. And Ngannou isn't throwing silly punches, right? He's not getting silly. But now Cyril Gane just got a nice takedown. Now we're looking at 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third round, in the fifth round. And Cyril Gane is on top of Francis Ngannou. He got the takedown this time, okay? Ngannou's trying to reverse position. They're right on the monster logo, pretty much smack in the middle of the ring. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Cyril Gane is rejecting Ngannou trying to get back up. And as of now, he's stacking up ring control time. So, interesting fight. Oh, Gane was looking for some type of submission. He did not get near getting it. And now Francis Ngannou is on top with 3 minutes left in the 5th round. So you want to talk about ebbs and flows in the fight. This is a matchup we're going to be seeing again. I can tell you that now. Yo, shout out to my bot, Renat Abramov. Bots Lives Matter. Shout out. All right, so now here we go. Now you got Cyril Gane trying to put Francis Ngannou in an ankle lock with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. And Gane is almost out of it, but not quite out of it. Gane is sticking to it. He wants it. All right. He looks like he's mostly out of it at this point. Like he might be out of the major danger, but he's still not comfortable enough to get up from it. So that's still control time for Gane. All right, now he's totally out of it. Francis Ngannou's back on top. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in the 5th round. But more strikes needed from both. Yeah. It's been a weird fight. It's not the fight you expected to see from these two, but it's been a good fight. It's been a really good, competitive, lots of momentum shifts. I mean, you can't complain about this fight at all. I've been thoroughly entertained. So we got 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the 5th and final round. Francis Ngannou has now racked up 5 minutes, and we're going on 20 seconds of ground control time and counting in the fight so far. A lot of it coming in this 3rd and 4th round. And now he's just on top of Cyril Gane, just shoulder over his face. You know, he's looking for the choke. I don't think he's not in the right position to get it right now, though. But he's still on top with 1 minute, 18 seconds left. Cyril Gane is trying to get back to his feet right now. Francis Ngannou should just lay right back on top of him. He'll most likely keep him down. We got 1 minute, 7 seconds left in the 5th round in the heavyweight championship fight between these two men. Most people would agree it was 2-2 going into the 5th round. 55 seconds left in the fight. Cyril Gane still trying to get back up. Ngannou's doing a good job of controlling his hands. He's also got control of at least one of his legs. And he's just moving forward and not letting Gane get back to his feet. 37 seconds left in the 5th round. He's got to have 2-3 minutes of ground control time in this in this round as well. So this should end up being most likely a 3-2 win for Francis Ngannou. And I think the most important thing to look at in this matchup is the fact that Francis Ngannou made adjustments on the fly. If he ends up winning the fight, which I think he should, that's one thing that I think people really, really, really need to focus on when they give credit or try to take credit away from either of these fighters. All right. Francis Ngannou lost decisively in 1 round. Definitely got beat in the 1st round as well, in my opinion, which was close. Then completely switched strategies, went to the ground game, ground control, not much ground and pound or anything like that, but multiple takedowns. You know, I think we're looking at, he had to have 4 or 5, maybe, I would say. And he had to have about 7-8 minutes of ground control time in the last 2.5 rounds. You know, the writing was on the wall. You seen the way Cyril Gane was using his movement and frustrating Ngannou early in the fight. The writing was on the wall. And if he did not do something different, he was going to end up losing the fight, you know, probably by a clear unanimous decision, right? Unless he landed a bomb, which was very possible, but it was not looking probable with where the fight was at the moment. So we're going to wait for the decision. I might be jumping the gun, you know, saying that I definitely think Gane won, but I think if the judges got it right, I think Francis walks away with his belt tonight. And I guarantee you we will see this fight again. There's no doubt in my mind that we see this fight again. You know, Cyril Gane is going to beat most of the heavyweights in the division. I could tell you one thing. You know what's real interesting, right? I know John Jones should get right to a belt when he walks up to heavyweight, right? And that's the huge fight to make. But Cyril Gane, John Jones would be a hell of a fight too. That's a technical striking extravaganza. All right, this is good to see. Cyril Gane and Ngannou in the middle of the ring, you know, just gave each other love. I even think I seen Francis Ngannou give love to his former coach, so that's always good to see, man. When there was bad blood, it's always good to see after a competitive battle that people can show love. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? You battle, whether it's a fight or it's music or it's comedy or this and that. You battle, lines might get crossed at times, but as long as you know the human beings on either side are good human beings, you hug it out after, you show love, and you move forward. You know what I mean? That's the way it should be, in my opinion, at all times. But unfortunately, not a lot of people move through life that way. See what we got. Perfect. Okay. That's scary. Still, thank God. Thank God they got it right. When I heard that 49-46, I said, uh-oh. But I guess technically, right, what would it be? I had it 3-2. That would be 4-1. Yeah, 4-1 is crazy. Whoever had that 4-1 Francis's way, that's a bad decision. But I'm just glad that decision didn't affect the overall outcome. And the overall outcome is Francis Ngannou is still the heavyweight champion of the world, you know, still the UFC heavyweight champion. And let me tell you something. Once again, I'm going to pound this into the ground. He made adjustments mid-fight. A lot of people underestimated this dude, you know, thinking he's one-tracked or he could only do this or he could only do that. He was having a problem with the striking, a problem with the movement of Gane. He made an adjustment, and that's why he won the fight. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as he's a real champion, right? Potential to be an all-time great if he keeps winning. But make an adjustment mid-fight when you're having a problem, that's what true champions are made of. That's when you really see what a guy is made of, right? When you take away one of his tools, and then he says, all right, I got this tool too. You know what I mean? You take away a screwdriver, all of a sudden, you know, he comes out with the ratchet. Oh, shit, he took the ratchet. Hold on. I got the cordless screwdriver you didn't know about. You know, pull out different tools. That's what makes fighters great fighters, when they could do it mid-fight. Doing it in between fight, that's beautiful too, right? But doing it in the middle of the fight as you're downloading information, that's the way. Yeah, fuck, bro. Get out of here, bro. Usman is big for his weight class, but we all know that shit is not happening. You know what I mean? That's my man, Lance Jedi. He always say the wild shit. Always say some satire shit. You know what I mean? Great show, bro. Yo, Pierre, I appreciate you, bro. If you, I'm going to put the timestamps for when, like, you know, the fight started. You know, the timestamp for when I did the post-fight commentary, you know, and so if you got anybody, you can share it to. Anybody that you think will subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to be consistent. Even if there's not a big fight, I think I'm going to aim for every Saturday doing a live show around 10:30. You know, 10 if I can, but at least so I get the co-main and the main event of whatever. And then we'll talk about what happened in the earlier fights and then talk about, you know, some future fights or whatever it might be. So if you could put anybody on, I really do appreciate it. I got to listen to the post-fight. See? I love y'all, and I'm trying to build this brand here. So I'll be missing the post-fight shit and all that because I'll be on here talking shit. But what else y'all think, man? Talk to me. He's asking him about the Tyson Fury, about the boxing right now. Let me just hear what he says here. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys could hear that, and I don't want you to hear that. I like this. I like what he's saying, right? I like what he's saying. He's saying same thing he said before the fight. I was curious to see what he said after the fight. He's saying boxing is always something I'm interested in. I know I'm going to do it before I'm done, you know, with combat sports and such. But he's focusing on the UFC, the UFC right now. Pardon me, the UFC right now, and that's what I wanted to hear. To be honest with you, let me see what Cyril Gane got to say. He's just apologizing. Joe Rogan's asking him. I don't know if you guys are actually watching it. He's asking him what surprised you about tonight, you know? And he's just saying, I'm sorry to everyone I disappointed, that bullshit. Okay. And he's saying, I just arrived in this game. The future's still ahead of me, which is absolutely true. This dude will be a champion. There's no doubt about it to me. All right, so Cyril Gane didn't say much. He basically just said, I lost tonight. The future's ahead of me still. You know what I mean? And that's what he should have said. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, bro. So very much. Tune into the comedy podcast on Wednesday too, bro. You know, that's me and Uncle Dusty be throwing punches for a couple hours, having fun. So, you know what I mean? You might like that. That's what I try to tell people, right, too, right, about the different content I provide, whether it's social commentary or comedy or fight related, right? It's like you might not like one thing, but you might like another. So, like, if you don't like the comedy, you know, check the fight sports shit out. You don't like the fight sports shit, check the social commentary out, you know? Give me a shot in the realms of content that you already watch. You see what you like, you see what you don't like, you know? And then if in the long run, you're like, I just hate his face. He just got this little bitch-ass face. And you just don't like me, what can I tell you? You know what I mean? You can still show love, though, and I'll always show love, too. Unless you shoot at me. You shoot at me, I'm fucking take your head off and show it to everyone you know. You know what I mean? But that's not what I want to do. I'm all peace, baby. I'm just trying to create good content, you know, entertain people, you know, inform people, you know, not that I know everything, but I learn shit. And if I learn some dope shit, I want to tell other people, hey, peep this shit I just learned, you know what I mean? And try to explain it to them in a way that resonates, you know? What up, fam? Damn, I really want to see a brawl. Fight was kind of whack, like they played it safe. Yeah, I liked it, you know? I kind of liked it, you know? Like a few years ago, I wouldn't have liked that fight as much in MMA, right? Like 4 or 5 years ago, probably. But I've gotten to the point with MMA now where it's like boxing to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, them boxing matches where people be like, oh, it was boring or too tactical. You know, I've turned a corner on MMA a little bit at this point too, where like even fights that like years ago I would be like, boring. All they were doing was hugging, or they were laying on top of each other, man. That's gay, bro. You know what I mean? Or that shit. I kind of like it. I kind of like it more than I used to. You know what I'm saying? And I think everything was technical, right? I don't think there was anything in this fight that, you know, that was not done well, right? Like, you know, you had Gane, you know, he did great work with the lateral movement and the pot shots, and landed a couple nice big shots here and there. And he befuddled Francis for the first, you know, couple rounds. And then Francis came out, made adjustments, and, you know, got takedowns, controlled him on the ground, didn't let him up, you know, and you know, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was an interesting fight, you know. And I think if they fight a few times, at least one time you're gonna get that brawl, you know. Like these guys remind me of the type of dudes. If they fight 3 times, you're gonna get one fight where Cyril Gane, you know, keeps the defense up, the lateral movement, the pot shots, you know, pieces up Ngannou a little bit in a boring fight to a degree. You're gonna get one fight, but see, here's the thing, and I would say you get one knockout from Ngannou. But at this point, right? If we find out now that Ngannou can control him to that degree when he gets him down and get him down almost at will, I don't know if Gane could beat him. So Gane is gonna have to start thinking about what he needs to add on top of his game to not let that happen by Ngannou and all the other big, strong heavyweights that are good at wrestling. You know, because if Ngannou could do that to him, Stipe could do that to him even easier, depending how Stipe looks after that devastating knockout. You know what I mean? When he comes back. So it depends. Hey, forget about it. Come on. Strategic, I guess. I love a bloodbath. Yeah, I would love to. Bro, of course, bro. Of course. Listen, if you gave me an option, you know what I mean? And you're like, all right, do you want to see a brawl, or do you want to see, like, you know, a dance contest and then like man love, you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna choose the brawl, you know, not the dance contest and man love, 100%. I'm just saying it was interesting enough, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like straight, you know. Yeah, you're right in a way. Maybe this was the first fight to feel each other out. Let's see if they go again. Yeah, exactly, bro. You know, like, you know what it is? The problem is, bro, all the fights could possibly look this way because Cyril Gane is so good defensively. You know what I mean? He's so good at not getting hit, frustrating guys. And when you're a heavyweight, right? You're a heavyweight and you're throwing punches and missing, and everything you throw isn't hitting a target, and it's all just, and then eventually they get heavier and heavier and you take the gas out. So that might be Ngannou's path to victory just in general. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see how it goes, you know? Check out the young kid, Mazzy, the young King Mazzy boxing product. I think I at least seen him brought up on somebody's page or some shit like that. But 100% I'll check him out, bro. You know him? Is that like a dude you know? Like from where you live at to some degree? You do have like a connection to him, or is it just a young guy you're on the lookout for? Let me know. Because that's something I want to get going as I expand the content with the fight sports stuff more. I definitely want to start getting on, like, you know, up and coming boxers. Obviously, ideally get legit boxers. I have a couple boxers on my my Instagram and shit like that. And then my man, shout out Ohio Runs Boxing. I'll tell you this, right? If you want a dope just boxing, all you're gonna get is boxing and jokes, you know what I mean? Funny memes, little videos, edits, and shit like that. Follow my man on Instagram, Ohio Runs Boxing, my man Marcus. You know, he's intertwined deeply in the boxing community, especially in Ohio, represents his city on a regular basis, and you know, he just got a dope channel, you know what I mean? Dope channel, trying to get his ass to do a podcast soon. And if you want just that MMA shit, strictly only MMA, follow my guys on Instagram at Diaz Twins MMA. I think it's Diaz Twins MMA or Diaz Twins, but I think it's Diaz Twins MMA on Instagram. Follow them as well. Their page is all just straight. It's only MMA for the most part. You'll see some boxing mixed in, you know. but yeah, if you want like just straight to the grain, only that, you know, those lanes, like specifically where like 90% of the page is focused on those, I would follow both of those IG accounts. You know, my accounts are a little more, you know, mixed. You know what I mean? Like I got the social commentary one that I also put the fight sports on, a little comedy. Then I got the comedy one. You know, if you go to citydon'tsleep.com, connect with me everywhere because I'm on everything. I do different things on different platforms depending what content seems to work on that platform. You know what I mean? So definitely follow me everywhere. Shout out my bro, Ty Tracks. Yo, shout out Ty Tracks, man. You know what I mean? Listen, there's one thing I got to say before I get off this live stream today. Shout out Ty Tracks, all right? 2 X's, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Yes, okay. All right, yo, let me know, bro. Why don't you do me a favor and inbox me if there's any specific links or fights or anything of the young prodigy. Is he fighting or is he just is he a prodigy from like the Golden Gloves or, you know, amateur standpoint right now? Like meaning, is he an amateur standout? Is he just in the gym beasting out and dudes are like, oh, watch for him? Let me know. Send me some links if you can. He's legit a young bull, 17 years old, knocking out grown men. Okay, so he's 17. He's amateur currently, and he's gonna turn. So he's pro. He's already pro. Let's go. Okay, I think I might have seen him, bro. Now that you're saying that, and you're saying he was on ESPN, do me a favor, bro. Whenever you get time today or tomorrow, just inbox me a couple links of him so I could either see if I know him and reintroduce myself, or if I don't really know him, check him out for the first time, obviously. You know what I mean? So listen, whatever y'all want to do, man, I'll stay in here for a little more time. But now it's going to be heavily reliant on the comment section. You know, you'll want to talk about some specific shit. I want to make it interesting for y'all if I'm going to stick around. If not, I'll just end it. I might go dick around on TikTok for a little while, TikTok live, because I noticed that gets some views, you know, and I'm just trying to fucking expand little by little, you know, try to eventually get the content that does well on all these different platforms, get them all to one platform, whether it's YouTube or my website, you know, because that's really how I can continue to build a foundation, you know, for you know, more business, and, you know, trying to get some merch going soon and all that. But yeah, so if y'all ain't gonna leave no comments, I might jump off. I might. All right, peace, bro, and send me those links. He just turned pro. Okay, he just turned pro. All right, dope as fuck. Yeah, shoot me whatever you got. If you know any fights, anything, so I could, like I said, I could verse myself in him, or if it's a dude I seen, I could be like, oh shit, okay, yeah, I know you talk about, and look more into him. Because if that's your boy, obviously, I'm gonna show that extra support, you know. But please, I'm assuming whoever's in here right now is most likely still a subscriber, is already a subscriber. If you're not, definitely click the subscribe on here. Go to citydon'tsleep.com. Connect with me on Instagram at Whitest Guy. That's pure only comedy. As you can see, I got the comedy podcast promo sitting on the bottom the whole time. We go live at 9:20, hopefully, every Wednesday. Sometimes a little later. We're aiming for it now. 9:20. The show officially starts at 9:30, but for the first 10 minutes, we just banter a little. We send out some promo. We record little promo videos for IG, for TikTok, to try to get some of those people over to YouTube. And then the show officially starts with the intro and getting into the show at 9:30. You know, that's the aim. We're doing our best to stick to it. Real life is real life, but that's why we got to get these viewers, get people to share our stuff, get people to subscribe, to follow. So therefore, we get monetized sooner, and then I could really put all my focus and energy, well, not all, family first, always, but more of my focus and energy into providing more content, because then there's more coming in for the content, and then it makes it easier for me to be like, all right, fam, love you guys, I'm gonna go make this money. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So every like, every subscribe, every share, you know, everybody you try to tell about this channel or the original Wiggers podcast or whatever else, it all helps, and it gets us one step closer to monetization on YouTube, and one step closer to continue to build what we're trying to build here, you know, which is build with other people that create content, build our own family, work with other families of content creators, and create even better content, right? Because it takes an army, right? You don't build pyramids with 5 people. You know what I mean? You need a couple million in shackles, but we don't believe in slavery, right? So we just want you to like shit, share shit, so we can get popping, so we can keep going here. You know what I mean? So who next to fight, and what's the next big upcoming fight? I'm gonna share with you on the gram. All right, cool. Do that. So let's take a look. We'll take a quick look. We'll look at the fight schedules for the UFC. That's a good idea. Might as well, right? Bellator is coming up next weekend. Actually, that's a decent card, because I think, is Ryan Bader, is he still champ, or is he trying to get his belt back? Benson Henderson's fighting. It's not a great card, but it's a decent. That Bellator card is decent. There's a few good fights on it. The prelims are on YouTube at 7. The main card's on Showtime now. If you have Showtime, you can watch it there. But obviously, all these places that we watch other stuff, you know, there's always some streaming shit out there if you really need it. You know, they're getting a little out of control. The next UFC is UFC Vegas 47. That's Hermansson versus Strickland. They only got 3 fights so far on the undercard. I'm sure they're still building that card. Jack Hermansson versus Sean Strickland. That's an interesting fight. If you guys don't know who Sean Strickland is, I would advise you to do a deep dive into his social media and his interviews. The dude is a maniac, hilarious, no hair on his tongue, you know, racist by mistake, but I don't think he's hateful at all. You know, he's just one of them funny, you know, them like real funny, like just maniac white dudes. You know what I mean? Because like he'll say shit about white people that's crazy, about this one that's crazy. So it's like people who don't understand humor and don't understand like a dude just being an idiot, you know, just fucking around, having fun, they'll call him racist. You know what I mean? They'll think he's racist, but he's not. He's just a funny ass dude. You know, racism's thrown out a little too easily nowadays, I think. You know, we all got to be careful with that. That's not racism. Let's use the word when it really applies. You know what I mean? But dude's nuts. He actually, but he told a very honest story. And actually, this made me respect him even more. He told a very honest story about how when he was young, right, his grandfather, this and that, like they were on that like real racist stuff and Nazis and this and that. And he was like a young, angry kid, 12, 13, swastikas, like all this crazy shit, not tattoos or nothing like that, I don't think. And he was like, and then I realized, like, like as I'm getting older, like, a few years went by, I'm like, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? So that was real honest and real. I respected that a lot. UFC 271, Adesanya versus Whitaker 2. Of course, that shit is going to be a hell of a fight. We're going to see, did Robert Whitaker make enough adjustments, right? Because Israel Adesanya blew through him in the first fight. Adesanya is levels and levels and levels above everybody when it comes to striking. But we know he might be susceptible maybe to takedowns now, but I don't know if Robert Whitaker is the guy that's going to do it to him. So the main thing is, has Whitaker improved in his striking and his elusiveness? You also got Derek Brunson versus Jared Cannonier on that fight. That's a barn burner. Brunson's been looking great as of late. And there's a couple of good fights on that, but I don't want to go through everything. All right. Then we got Dos Anjos versus Fiziev, whatever, that card's still being built. And then we'll go that far. We'll just go that far. That brings us up to February 19th. UFC in Vegas 48. That's the Dos Anjos versus Fiziev fight. That only got 3 fights so far listed. So that card's still being built, obviously. So when it comes to boxing, Gary Russell actually fought tonight. I got to find out what happened in that fight, because that's actually my guy. If you guys don't know who Gary Russell is, see, he lost though. See, this is what I'm saying, my man, Gary Russell Jr. That kind of kills him, man. That's a little murderous to his career, because Gary Russell Jr., for those that don't know, fastest hands in boxing in the last like 10, 15 years, like, post like Mosley and them. But Pacquiao, he has faster hands than Pacquiao too. Fastest hands in boxing aside from like maybe Amir Khan. Amir Khan has crazy fast hands. But Gary Russell Jr., his career has never been managed properly. They didn't get him to big fights when he should have got him. The only big fight he ever got was Lomachenko, and Lomachenko just did that wizard shit on him. You know what I mean? But that's a rematch I would have loved to see. But he actually lost tonight. He lost a fight against Mark Magsayo. But Mark Magsayo is 24-0. Been looking great so far. 16 knockouts. You know what I mean? And I have to watch the fight though. I mean, obviously, to see whether or not, that's legitimately what happened, and maybe it wasn't the fair decision, but I'll watch that fight and figure that out. All right. So as far as boxing, what else we got cooking in the near future? I think we got the Keith Thurman fight. He's coming back after what? A nice 2-year layoff. That's February 5th. He's fighting Mario Barrios. Barrios looked, who did Barrios fight last, man? Was it Tank? It was Tank, right? Mario Barrios fought Tank and looked really good until getting knocked out late in the fight. But up until the point that he got knocked out, Barrios was looking real good. And now he's moving up in weight to welterweight to fight Keith Thurman. And, it's an interesting fight. If Barrios legitimately was getting too big for that weight division, maybe he upsets Thurman. But I'll tell you this, if Keith Thurman does not beat Mario Barrios, Keith Thurman's prime is over. Keith Thurman will never beat or fight. Well, he might fight. You never know. Things happen. But he'll never beat a Spence or a Crawford. He probably wouldn't even beat Porter again if they fought again, considering if he lost to Mario Barrios. And I'm not saying Barrios is a bum. Barrios is a great fighter. He's looked good so far in his career. But Keith Thurman was a special fighter for a long period of time and looked like he could be real special. And, obviously lost to Manny. But Manny looked great in that fight. And he looked great the last half of that fight. So, that'll tell us where Barrios is a little bit, but it'll tell us where Keith Thurman is a lot of it. You know what I mean? Makabu, the dude who Canelo was rumored to possibly fight, but as of now, that's off. The cruiserweight champ. He's defending his belt, I believe, January 29th. So that's next weekend. I don't know if you might be able to find that on the streams. I'm not sure. Chris Eubank, that's across the sea, across the pond, as they say. Chris Eubanks versus Liam Williams. That's actually an interesting fight, But there's not much going on. There's not a lot of great boxing matches coming. The Keith Thurman fight's the best one to look forward to. You got Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. That's finally happening 7 years later than it should have. February 19th. Yami Munguia, who looks like he could end up being super special if he keeps going and keeps putting wrinkles in his game. He's still very young, 38-0, crazy knockout artist. He should be fighting Triple G very soon, I'm hoping, because that'll give us a great idea of where Triple G is still and where can Munguia go, right? If he could run through Triple G or beat Triple G decisively, that's a great name on his resume. And that fight will be a barn burner because Jaime Munguia does not move backwards. We all know Triple G rarely moves backwards. That fight is guaranteed fireworks. So trust me, if you see Jaime Munguia versus Triple G at any point, tune into that fight. Even if you're a casual fan, that's the fight. And that's really the main. That's the main joints we're looking forward to. That carries us up to about February 19th. So I don't want to go too past that because I'm going to be doing other fight streams in between. We'll preview whatever fights will be coming after that. Anybody in the chat right now, if you're new, please click the link in the description. Link in the description. We're past that part. That was for the live stream. Please subscribe to the channel. All right. Live comedy podcast every Wednesday. Fuck with me on the comedy. Fuck with me on the fight sports. Maybe the social commentary. Maybe you'll like it all. Maybe you won't like none of it. But check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm probably going to end up boogieing. I can't have my voice being like this. If my voice is this bad from talking on live stream, how the hell am I going to scream at my children tomorrow? How am I going to emotionally abuse the missus? Come on. So let me save it, all right? Let me save the voice, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm just kidding. That's satire. But I do yell at my children, of course. I'm actually going to go see if my cat is still up in the tree, okay? Because I got a cat stuck up in a tree right now, for those that weren't on earlier. I'll reiterate the story for the third time, okay? My cat is literally 35 feet up in a tree right now. It is 10 degrees. 911 will not help us. The fire department will not help us. So please say some prayers for my troublemaking cat, Critzy. Let's pray that she's good and she's either came down or she survives the night and we could try to figure something out tomorrow because there is no way to get the cat down. The cat is literally stuck 30 feet up. I tried throwing stuff in her direction just to try to get her to scatter. I tried a laser light, moving it down the tree, trying to get her follow it down or chase it, or at least I'd be like, oh, maybe I'll see, and then go a direction where she's more comfortable. We tried putting a little ladder up, but it wasn't big enough. Maybe if I get a 40-foot ladder, I might be able to get the cat down because we need length on the ladder and we need to put it somewhere where it'll be stable, where I can grab her. I'm talking about it's no joke, 10 degrees outside right now. And this poor cat is stuck up in the tree, 30 feet. And the fire department, the first lady I called, I'm like, the cat's stuck up in the tree. I don't know what to do. I don't want to call the fire department for this, but I need to get the cat down. We don't do that. Just like that. 911 operator. No, we don't do that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do that? So what do I do? She's like, if the cat got up there, the cat will get down. That's what she tells me, literally. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you're a cunt. And I just hung up on her. I called back. Some fat mess. You can just tell this guy, you know how they hire a lot of people out of the country for telemarketing and things like that. Yeah, they hire sloppy Americans for 911 calls. You know what I mean? It's like some dude sitting in his drawers calling 1-900 numbers that are out of service, but he's still giving it a try. Because it was the 1-900 number go-to in the 90s. He's in a wife beater, sloppy. You know what I mean? Stains on the wife beater. I asked him, I'm like, listen, man, my cat's stuck in a tree. I don't know what to do. Are all the operators nasty or did I just have a bad one? You know what I mean? And he's like, we don't handle cats. We don't handle cats. I don't know why everyone has voices that they didn't have, but for the story, why not? Let's just go with it. We're not trained to handle cats. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Call a tree service. I'm like, call a tree service? Who's a tree service that's coming to get a cat out of a tree right now? I'm like, then I just went off on him. I'm like, all you 911 operators jerk offs? Are you just all jerk offs? Are you just a jerk off? I'm like, do me a favor, go jerk off in your ugly wife's mouth. You know what I mean? My wife starts getting scared because she's not street. You know, she's not street at all. Like, she thinks like there's gonna be like, you know, like Kit and Michael Knight are gonna come flying around the corner like, excuse me, Clifford, did you just tell this 911 operator to jerk off in his ugly wife's mouth? And then I'm going to say, yes, Michael Knight. And he's going to throw me in the back of Kit and bring me to the nearest jail cell. You know what I mean? So she's paranoid. Oh my God, kids, get in your house. Get in the house. Hurry up. Get in the house. As if the SWAT team is going to come down like they're breaking into, you know, they break into the windows. They throw the little grappling hook and they come and they swing, you know, but instead they're going to swing they're going to come out a drone. and then be like, yeah, is that your cat? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, we're leaving it there. We're taking you with us. You don't tell a 911 operator to jerk off in his wife's mouth. The fuck? So this is what I'm dealing with. So now I gotta go see if this cat's okay. Say some prayers for the cat. Show some love to the page. Check out some other videos, okay? There's comedy. There's hip-hop. There's social commentary. There's podcasts, all right? Check out the With Apologies podcast on Sundays. All right. Support my man Ian Ellis. Support RDA's podcast on Wednesdays. But first, you stop by the Original Wiggers for a couple hours. Then go rock out with RDA and their podcast. They got hours of fuckery every Wednesday, you know. And most importantly, support all independent artists, right? And content creators. Support them all, right? There's room for everybody. Let's all get money. Let's all connect. And let's make sure the internet is dominated by intellectual talented people, not TikTok mutants. All right. Love y'all, man. Peace.